Where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just managed to do away with the man who was holding Fizzy's sibling captive. One Arcanist Vokore Shaw, a deranged mage at this point in his life, who had tried very hard to force himself to become a god through whatever means necessary. You don't know how, but Fizzy's sibling, whose name is currently escaping me, Mizzy, I believe.
We couldn't even hear you. You just said
Miss Drea. Sorry, I was muted because there are
Drea.
people
that's fine.
here. Mizzy, but yeah.
Mizzy.
Had been working with him for some unknown reason. You guys managed to rescue her, only to find that she had sadly been lobotomized at some point. But as you guys looked around the room she was being held captive in, you then did notice that there was a message written on the wall in the same writing that you had seen a few times before. That message read very simply, "I'm sorry you had to deal with him first. It would have broken you. Remember, the dose makes the poison. I made a map for you." And then an arrow pointed down to a map that is written, that was drawn for you to look at. And then we basically had left off there. You guys had a few other things you were going to do here in the this man's hideout. Someone was going to talk with the Celestials, loot the place, including Vokore Shaw's body. And at some point, one of you wanted to investigate the golden liquid that was inside of the ritual chamber. It's not piss. It's not piss. So, you guys are still currently inside of Vokore Shaw's hideout. Who would want to do what next?
I'll probably be on the team trying to convince the Celestials, or asking the Celestials if they're if they could regen.
Okay. You would head back to the ritual room, where you'd see that the four winged men appear to be still standing around. A few of them are nursing injuries or are laying on the ground resting. You could see one has moved over to the fiend that was at the back end of the ritual room, and you see that he is holding his sword kind of midway down the blade with a bare hand, and he is kind of on one knee and is talking to the fiend, he looks like. And you are not sure what is being said between the two right now.
Yeah, because I don't know Celestial or Infernal or anything like that.
I don't know Tyler.
I only know written language.
I don't know if anyone else wants to.
I'm investigating the piss.
Okay.
I was gonna make a joke about where Fist would be, but in a serious sense, he would probably be going to talk to the Celestials behind Granny. Just kind of. I was gonna make the joke that he was finding the sign-up sheet for lobotomies, but I don't know if that was appropriate.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I would love one. Just kind of turn it off in there. The ice pick
Is that a Fitz or a Jill? Is that a Fitz or a Jill?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weatherboy?
We already know the answer.
You know, lobotomize the part that gives all the anxiety.
Yeah, just
Wait,
that part out.
what are you saying? That's every part?
Yeah, just take the whole thing then. Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, didn't use it much anyway.
So I'll go with it's probably going to be a knowledge religion check to investigate the golden liquid.
Damn, religion?
Yep.
It's God's pee.
Okay.
Well, I feel like that religion is one of the few things I'm not good at.
It's just like that saying, Godspeed.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Okay.
Godspeed.
He's done it.
He's doing.
Okay. All right.
It's from multiple of them.
Okay. All right. So, Darius, what you know
A dirty
is
20 for the piss water.
Okay. What you would know is looking into the actual small pits that have been set up. You can see that The golden liquid is also appears to have something else kind of swimming through it. Like it almost like it looks like living creatures. And it takes a moment to fully look at it, but you realize it is a mixture of fiend and celestial blood.
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured out of character. Side note, because I think it's funnier. You know in the Amazon rainforest you're not supposed to piss in the river because parasites can swim up? Yeah.
His parasite.
Those piss fish.
That's all I could think about when you said there was stuff swimming through that water.
Oof, oof.
You got those Amazon penis fish. I'll get up in there.
Awful.
Look out!
Awful, truly awful.
You're welcome.
No, you're not.
If I ever go swimming in the Amazon, I'm wearing a chastity cage.
Honestly, probably safest.
I'm wearing a gun. And if anyone gets close, if a fish
You're gonna
gets
shoot
close
the
to me,
You're gonna shoot the penis parasites?
yes, with a gun, like a real red-blooded American. Happy 4th of July on June 1st.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride.
But yes, looking over the material, it is a mixture of fiend and celestial blood. The fiend blood appears to be somewhat animate and is moving on its own, thus the movement you're seeing. And the celestial blood is the likely the golden colored ichor that you've been seeing.
Is it kind of like water and oil, so they're not blending with each other?
They are not blending with each other at all. Yeah.
Gross.
I mean, yeah, it is.
Darius wants to collect some of both.
You can do so.
Yucky! I open my Stanley Cup and I start scooping.
So either the ones that were captured have been repeatedly bled into the pools and allowed time to recover, or there are more that were likely killed through the process.
Either way, this is probably gonna make something interesting. I'm scooping that blood.
Okay. You'll be able to you can retrieve as much as you want in theory. It's just all up to you about how much you're going to retrieve, really.
Like 4 vials, so 2 of the celestial, 2 of the fiend.
Okay. Add that to your inventory, please.
You grabbed it, Chief.
I was half expecting to be, well, we have a bag of holding.
I'm not
Just
that
open the bag
crazy.
of holding and dip it in there and see how much we can grab. Oh, all of it? Great.
Yikes. Don't know if that's a good idea, but
Why
okay.
is all of our food kind of wet? What's up with that? What's it wet with? You don't want to know.
Blood.
That looks like piss. I don't know if that's... Who peed in the bag of holding?
Oh my god, you guys are 5 years
Guys!
I'm sorry, this road trip took longer than I thought it would.
old. You guys
Come
are
on.
all so juvenile.
I...
Participating.
You
in
say
this.
all. It's like 2 of us
It's...
perpetuating the piss jokes.
No, you guys get included in it.
You fucking
It's
pour
what?
out yellow liquid, and you don't expect me to make a piss joke? Okay.
Several, in fact.
Several.
Several jokes.
Several. And I'll do it again. Give me a brown pool, see what happens.
Ugh.
You don't want to see what happens.
You all continue on with this. Who's going to speak with the Celestials out of curiosity?
Smart boy and grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleric and the smart boy.
Grandma and grandson. On a roll.
Yeah, I guess she'll just which celestial looks the least wounded? Is it the one talking to the fiend?
No, they all appear to be in roughly the same state.
Okay.
The one that's laying down is basically just kind of like catching their breath effectively. The other ones are doing much of the same. The one that's currently talking with the fiend appears to be occupied.
Okay. I'll go up to the 3 then, because he seems busy. And she'll just be like, howdy. You speak common?
I do.
How do you do? I am called Granny. And we are the ones who took care of the wizard who was imprisonating you.
We're aware. We are able to see a majority of the fight.
Ah. I assume you guys were the second wave.
He was likely going to have us attack you next, yes. That was most likely his plan.
Glad I didn't have to do that. Well, I'll be blunt. We got a sister of one of my friends here, who's gotten some damage to her brain, and if y'all have any regenerative powers, maybe as like a repayment for, freeing you. A little tit for tat. That would be much appreciated.
Well, while the method that mortals decide to use for asking for thanks is a little rough, as I would say, unfortunately, I couldn't help you with that, even if I wished to. We are planetar. We are soldiers, warriors. We are not healing celestial.
Do you know any who are?
Yes, I know many who are.
And I know it's a faux pas to ask, be this forward about asking for thanks like this, but this sister is very cherished by my very good friend, and this is the simplest route we have right now to restoring her sister.
In shorter terms, we're desperate.
Yes.
I figured that you're desperate. There's not much I will be able to do about this, nor any of my brothers. In order for another of mine to be brought down to assist, they would need to be brought in for their own reasons. Unfortunately, the rules for us angels are we must adhere to them. And even if you have assisted us, which I am still grateful, we aren't at liberty to break those rules.
I don't know what rules he's referring to, but I feel like Granny might have some inkling. Being
a godly woman.
Yeah, you can roll knowledge religion.
I don't want to make too much of a fool of myself in front of Celestials.
Not banned.
Yeah.
Average.
I mean, there's a certain. It's not necessarily a rule set so much as it is that angels are a more strict kind of celestial. They are adherents to law and order, which means that there is a law and an order that they are required to follow. They are agents of gods, effectively. They are their will manifest. they don't get to override that, nor automatically decide that they are going to do something in a certain way. They are the employees. The god is the boss. That's how it works for them.
Who do you work for? Who's your daddy?
Is that what you're gonna ask him? Who do you work for?
That's what I would ask if I was there. I'd be like,
I
who's your
demand to speak
papa?
to your manager.
I want to speak to manager. Please. Think if we can contact their boss, whichever god that may be, and be like, "Hey, girl," or "They," or "Hey,
Hey, Thurl.
Hey,
we
hey,
freed
they.
your- Hey, they. Happy Pride."
I'd rather they just
We-
call me a slur.
Hello, Your Majesty. Slaying the boots house down, Mama. We just freed your boy.
Please just call me a slur.
Happy Pride. Just open it with, "Hey, F slur." What?
Jesus Christ!
This is an important question. Is the F slur existing in our D&D world?
Yeah, what's
As a
Lord.
bundle of sticks, it exists.
I would have to look into the historical reasoning for that slur, I
Also,
guess.
I'll do it right now. I'm curious.
I love the energy of reclaiming it, but if any of you says it live on the air on our
We will be
Dungeons and Dragons show,
banned. Please.
Yeah.
I'll kill
No.
you.
I mean, like, even if it doesn't exist historically, it could just be another elven swear.
We could just
Elven curse.
have it like
Fucking elves. They're so
Oh,
crass.
guys, we're too early. We're too early for. It didn't start
Dang.
getting used for gay men until 1914.
Oh no. Oh, anyways.
God dang it. We can't use
Oh,
the
no.
F
Anyway.
slur.
Oh no.
Man, I was
Damn.
really looking forward
Anyone
to
watch-
watching
Wow.
God.
We are
All
queer.
right, hold on.
We are all queer.
You
Can you not tell?
Appearance.
If the Hawaiian shirt was not
Oh my god, this reminds me about how, like, a year ago, the YouTuber Wendigoon got a video, like, age restricted and received a message from YouTube saying, like, if you need help with, like, suicidal thoughts, we have an outreach program. Because of the Mandela catalog video he did.
Yeah. In fairness, YouTube's auto detection is hypersensitive and is stupid.
I mean, the
But
Mandela
yeah.
catalog thing is basically like kill yourself, right?
Effectively, yes.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
wasn't preaching it or saying he felt it. He was making a video essay about an analog
Mhm.
horror system that had the topic in.
Anyway, so who's your
Anyway, so the
manager?
F slur.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who's with that dude?
Don't ever say it in that tone again, Connor.
Who's your daddy?
What's the problem? What's the issue?
I can start alphabetically or by time if you want.
I'm just
The
gonna
issue.
mute.
Yep. So sorry. What did you ask the Celestial?
Fitz was asking.
Yeah, Fitz.
who-
In a more Fitzy way, it'll basically be like, so pardon my my bluntness, but what god specifically do you serve?
Check which ones these guys are serving.
I'm kind of best friends with the god, so like I'm sure he's got him in his contact book. so, like,
Musianawa.
I'll probably like
How'd you
call
know?
him.
Whoa, I didn't know Mizianoa had angels.
Name dropping
From
here,
the
be like,
celestial plane.
So, the Celestial will regard you, and he will say, "We are Celestials of Aeon Lutier."
Ah, yay. That's the hunter guy. My buddy. One of my gods is buddies with him.
Well, if that's the case, Fitz will take a step back away from them, pull out his key ring of god symbols, flip through, find the right one, and Fitz will do what Fitz does, which is the obvious choice. Fitz will pray and ask for help. You know, be like, hey, we freed your angel guys, and we would love a healer for them, and also we would love a favor. Our friend is very sick. Her brain, it got stabbed.
I'm trying to think of what you would roll for this.
Please don't be charisma.
Because you're
Yeah,
not
this year's gonna be
cleric.
like, who is calling me?
Who the fuck is this
Yeah,
guy?
Hi, you don't know me, but like I found your phone number.
How'd you get my number?
My friend and I saw you across the bar, and we
Yeah,
liked
we
it.
loved your vibe. We loved your vibe. We hated your vibe actually, and we do want to fight in the parking lot.
Your vibe is fucking rancid. We want to kick your ass.
Terrible.
Meet us in the parking lot for an ass whooping.
I'm trying to think of what the fuck you'd roll to get a god's attention.
Persuasion, religion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, it would not be persuasion. Don't say that. Don't say that. Religion would be good.
I mean, I suppose it'd be more so wisdom, like a wisdom ability skill roll, because you are attempting to reach out to a deity. It will be with disadvantage because you're not a fucking cleric.
Yeah,
Or
but,
a
like,
follower of
it just like makes sense. Fitz thinks like
No,
literally,
it's
like
yeah.
it's fair. It's fair.
we just saved these guys who work for this god. Why not ask the god for the thing
No.
we need?
No, it's true. It makes sense.
No? What? So like animal handling? What kind of wisdom roll are we looking for here?
Just a flat wisdom
Just a flat
ability
wisdom.
score. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what am I rolling?
Yeah.
Ability check, great.
Yep.
Okay. I'm nervous. At disadvantage?
Yes.
That's not fair. What you said to me. What you've said to me, Connor!
You're not.
You
a
are making me
cleric!
live in a hell of my own creation.
Don't yell at me.
I could have been in a group call with the gods right now. I accidentally joined their group call.
Accidentally got into Jesus's group call. Oopsies.
Oops, it's like a wrong number, but hey.
You will not receive a response from the Luthier. You will see that the Celestials' eyes will have a brief flicker to them, and he will say, "A decent attempt, though I do see you are not a follower, not truly."
Why follow one when you could use the help of all? You devote yourself to one, you cut off your other options. It's just not. Doesn't really make sense to me.
That's why I got.
They're all
Pragmatic.
two hands.
Pragmatic, though
Yeah.
not faithful, I would say. I am sorry. I can't help you with this.
You know, if I were a little bit more annoying, I would just keep trying. But I'm really quite pleasant to be around, so I won't.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about it and humor us anyway. If in the next,
I would be lying if I did not pretend that I understood the situation you all were in. It is unfortunate. One of yours has become badly injured,
yes.
and you did rescue us. To that, we are very grateful. Unfortunately, this is a matter that we are not allowed to interfere in, and, well, the injuries of one mortal is
To
not
you guys, very insignificant. Grand scheme of things, I get it.
well, the tragedy is that for us to continue interfering would mean that our opposition would decide to continue interfering. There is a balance to things. It requires inaction and sometimes action in others. Sadly, it means that your suffering will largely go unheeded.
We'll figure out another way. We always do. Speaking of balance, though, what's up with... What's going on over there? What's up with him? Points at
That's
the
actually-
fiend.
That was actually
Um,
what Ignatius was going to
Oh,
look into.
hard cut then.
Yeah,
Sorry.
does Ignatius speak Celestial
He
or
doesn't speak either, but he probably knows more about extraplanar entities than most anyone else in the group.
okay?
He doesn't have like book smarts about it, but he has experience.
Yeah, I mean, you could attempt to roll a religion check. I'd give you advantage just because your class is literally based around outsiders, so it's fair.
He's also trying to make sure that they're not going to openly fight or cause any trouble there. Yeah, that's a 16.
They're not about to openly fight. The fiend is much too wounded. The fiend is on their last legs. You can see that their face has effectively been burned away, largely, exposing bits of skull below, and their teeth are effectively always visible due to their lips having melted off. They are on their last legs. And you will have your answer relatively quickly as to what the Celestial is doing, as he will nod gently, and then grabbing his sword by the middle of the by the middle of the blade, he's going to very quickly just stab it into the throat of the fiend and then jerk it sideways as he mercy kills him.
Yeah. That's fair.
So that is what the Celestial was doing to the fiend.
I suppose that saves us the trouble of finding a way to return it to its native plane.
This is not our plane. The simplest way to return us is to end this physical form's existence. It is true for me as it is true for fiends, as it is true for elementals. Death is the release.
Do you have any further actions upon this plane, or would you like me to send you off?
No, we don't have many other actions we require here. We were not supposed to be here. I suppose in theory we could manage to leave on our own now that our bonds have been released. Really, it would make very little difference towards us.
That would be preferable. Also, this body should be destroyed. If the fungal infection that is outside reaches and subsumes it, it could gain additional abilities that would make it harder to deal with.
Yes, the plant. I'm not concerned by that. Thank you, though. Your diseases, they do not affect us in the same way they will affect you.
That could be useful information getting to the source. How were you summoned to this plane?
Sigils and circles, the same way any other outsider is pulled from their native plane. It is not a matter of asking the right people. They simply knew the right formula. And then they pulled us from where we belonged to here. It's unsurprising. You mortals have always been very good at finding ways of pulling us here.
Well, I suppose those with ambitions will not stop at anything.
Mortal ambition is dangerous in its own way, but it is also admirable in a way. It's made great heroes out of some, made terrible villains out of others. I have no more issue with it than I have an issue with your ways of feeling joy or sadness. It's just how you all are.
I am curious about something. Before the current gods were here, did you follow the old gods, or were you acting simply on your own, or did you come into being with the new ones?
I've been asked that question by many mortals. I cannot answer that. I'm sorry. No, I served the old, and some of us serve the new. But what I came from, sorry. That is a question I'm afraid I cannot provide.
That is fair.
I believe the rest of us should be sufficiently rested. We will take our leave. Unless there is anything else you wish to ask of us or ask us.
I do have one other thing I can think of. Long ago on this plane, there was a man who sought to push the boundaries of science in a very existence in a way. He was called a Termini, and I believe that he traversed several planes in order to get the materials he needed for his experiments.
He likely did.
Do you know if he left anything on the other planes?
I'm not aware of him leaving anything. Though I suppose that is a favor I could very easily provide you all. We could find out if Mortal left anything.
I think that would be quite useful, as certainly must have taken something from the planes in order to build his gateway that allows to travel between them. After all, you cannot go somewhere without the proper materials.
Correct. I will look into this. You'll have to provide me some time, but I will send my message over.
That is fine. In this case, is one of the few instances where time is a luxury we have. Cannot say the same about the other issues that we face.
Well, you all are consistently finding issues you have to deal with. You all wind up dealing with them. I'm not terribly concerned.
And may this be the end of yours for a while.
No, it will not. But I'm okay with this. Let's go, you all. Enough rest. There's more to do. Then the Celestial is going to call to his brothers, who will start to stand up, picking themselves up off of the ground. And unless anybody stops them, they will vanish with a flash of bright white light.
Oh, we don't get to keep the bodies.
Of the living celestials? What is
mean,
wrong with you?
We never
We
fought
harvest
this.
the
Also,
fiend.
listen,
I already
I'm very
planned to harvest the
glad we
fiend.
did not have to fight them because planetars are fucking bitches.
yeah.
Those aren't planetars, they're angels, aren't
No,
they?
they said no. He said they were.
Yeah, they
planetars.
literally
They
just said that they were
specified planetar. That's a kind of angel.
They're
Yeah.
They are
yeah.
bitches.
specifically a warrior type, so they would have been just as bad to deal with as the fiends that we did face.
That being said, I do want to collect fiend body parts. Hey, Fizzy, when you're okay enough to help,
Bitch. Sorry, 1 second.
I will say, Fizzy has been this whole time just by her sister, trying to like process.
I assume that's why I said when you're okay enough. You can't fix it right now.
I know.
Are
The
there
best thing
any,
we can do is
are there any potions that would provide a regenerative effect?
probably. Connor, can I reach back in my character's wealth of knowledge about potions and see if I can think of any that would specifically do that and what we would need to do it?
Sure.
What would I need to roll?
So it would basically be an intelligence check in your case.
Just a flat intelligence?
That's effectively what you're doing.
You got it, Chief. Nope, I don't know shit. +1 going for it.
God damn it, Jessica.
Caught up the right
What the
foot.
fuck is wrong with you?
Fizzy technically could also roll.
She could.
Yeah, sure.
She's also like
Although-
catatonic.
Well,
not
okay,
catatonic.
would hers be wisdom based since her type of
Yeah.
potion making is different than mine?
Roll it at
it's-
disadvantage. It's fine.
Yeah, but wisdom is so much better for you than intelligence, man.
Fair. It's still an 11. I rolled bad.
I mean, you know there are. They're escaping you right now, but yeah, you know that there are some potions that could probably be made. Pricey ones, but definitely an option.
If we weren't stuck in the woods right now, we could just bleed on the book, but I don't want to do that here. You cut out fully, man.
Yeah. Your
I
mic
don't-
sensitivity is.
Arbajo, I know. It's fine. Hold on. Okay. I'm moving. I don't want to do that, and like, honestly, I know I'll be able to eventually do it on her, do the regeneration on her. It's just gonna take a while. So, look, I know there's a solution that exists. I know that I can help. So I don't know if I want to like do anything that I'm not sure of, if that makes sense. When I know there is a sure thing that I can help with, that I can do later down the line. If we find a sure thing before that, great. Awesome. I'm for it. I don't want to risk it otherwise. We can put her in the cart, she can stay in the cart with us, or she can go to the tower. Or we can put her in a spot that's safe, so that she's not at risk. And I'd rather that. I know she's okay. Like, I don't want her going back home. Not like this. I don't want my mom to see her like this. At all.
Yeah,
I
that's probably a bit traumatizing for a parent to see.
look at the other three and I'd be like, you agree with me on this, right?
It likely would not be for the best. It would be for the best if Mom did not have to see this, yeah.
She shouldn't. So, I'd rather make sure she's okay. Like, I'd rather keep her somewhere safe until we've, healed her, and then well, she can go if she wants. At that point, I'd leave it up to her, but I'd rather her. That's not up to me. If she's, it's what she wants to do. Also, where's Kaz?
Probably looting.
Elbow deep in Vakore Shah's body.
This guy likely had a lot of rare and valuable components on him if he was able to summon
Probably.
creatures from another plane.
Yeah, the klepto probably needs to do some kleptoing.
No.
He wants to steal.
Yeah, Kaz, you are looking to do some stealing, correct?
I was gonna check on the blood, but since it's celestial and fiend, it doesn't relate to Phaeon, so I'm just gonna ignore that.
Just dip Phaeon in it. Like, you like this? This good for you?
Drink this.
I don't
Is
know.
it good?
The better question is Ruben doing anything with the blood?
Mm-mm. I don't
Kaz is
control
not
the monkey.
Ruben's keeper.
Do not control the monkey.
Because Ruben's had tasted blood before. And this is celestial and fiend blood.
Ruben is not taking anything from the bodies currently. He is sniffing around the bodies of the fiends, to see if there's anything that he wants from them.
Don't eat
He's my
Do I know
friend.
hearts. Do not eat the fiends, Ruben.
Ruben will kind of cast a look over at you.
Drop it. Drop it.
It's like... meanwhile, you're like, don't.
You can loot from it, but you shouldn't eat them. That's kind of fucked up.
No, things been.
Ruben keeps
Count as
sniffing around the bodies.
cannibalism?
Also, yes, it counts as cannibalism, kind of.
Yeah, he's a monkey. He can do what he wants.
Would you be so kind as to please roll me an investigation as you are looking for things that are on the body?
Oh god, okay. Well, this is not gonna be good. Where's the roll?
Somebody has
Okay.
to roll good.
It's not. I don't know why. Oh, there you go. I'm using advantage because hidden objects.
That's fair.
Okay. That's good. At least.
That's good.
Nice.
What you will find is he does not have anything immediately extremely valuable on his person. So he doesn't have like a giant sack of gold or anything like that. But he does have a key on his person. It looks to be a very unique design. Instead of having just, like the teeth that are coming out of one edge, it's kind of sticking out of all four of the edges of the key itself. It also looks like it's intentionally designed to be very fragile.
Oh, breaks it. I'm kidding.
This
is
key.
shit.
Like this.
You can see like a break point on it where like with enough force on a twist, it's gonna snap.
Is that intentional, or was it just that damage that he had it?
It looks like intentional design.
You get one
Oh.
shot to open that door.
What the fuck kind of key is this?
A last resort or a way to lock it where other people cannot, easily pick the lock or replicate the key.
Is it just a normal key, or is it a magic key?
It is a normal key, but it is a very specific key for something. There are still more things. There are still more things to try and find here inside this place that you haven't looked for.
No.
Yeah, you guys didn't go down in one entire hall.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'll hold the key then.
And my guess is we're going to have 2 doors that we could unlock, and the key will work for both of them, and we have to pick.
Why can't we just use knock?
We've solved your key puzzle, DM man.
You
But
one
that
use
uses
of it?
resources.
Don't you already have one use of it? Or who else? Does someone else have knock?
No, I have one use of it, but I can use it 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or is it 3 times a short rest? I don't remember. I'd have to look.
It doesn't matter. Either way works.
Yeah.
You think
Or
I'd
he's
know my
adding-
own class stuff?
Connor's adding to his notes on those 2 doors that don't unlock. He's like, knock doesn't work now on this door. Assholes. You fuckers.
Technically,
Alright.
I mean, like the easiest thing for me to do in that case is you just put anti-magic
Oh.
words on it.
It's
Yeah.
actually short
Weird.
rest, so I could get them back next time we do a short rest.
Yeah, you could do
So-
it. Too.
Technically, anti-magic is the only thing that blocks knock.
But still,
You could make knock effectively useless if you have like 10 locks on a door, though.
it'd be so mean.
Because that it only does 1 magical or mundane lock.
Here's this lock with 5 locks on it.
knock? No, you're not.
That is I need to say, that is the most antagonistic GM thing you could ever do. Where like someone in the party
They count
has.
as spelling healing.
No, that's not antagonistic. That's just playing a good villain. No, because the thing is, like, you don't set up something with multiple locks on it unless you know that someone could try to do something like knock 5 times. Like, that's just being antagonistic.
I set up my worlds before I know what my players are playing. And then I add an additional stuff for the players, but there's already base stuff if they want to have like a joint adventure.
Yeah.
And so I do have some dungeons that have like things like that without knowing what the party composition is or if anyone can do anything.
I think that if I am ever brave enough to GM, I'm gonna put a door with 10 locks on it. And you're gonna spend all this time like, surely there's gotta be something really good behind it. And you're gonna open the door and it's gonna be a brick wall.
This is the meanest,
There's gonna be no room.
meanest thing that you can do.
You're like, damn, you guys really wanted that door open, huh?
The meanest thing you can do is have a bunch of spellcasters that have contingency with counterspell on them.
Ugh. Anyways,
And I'm gonna look at the 3 of them, and I'm gonna say, look at the 3 siblings, and say, I'm gonna go help. It's in here. Maybe we can find something. I don't know. Either way, everything this man has is mine now, or is ours now. I'm gonna go. You guys
I
can
do
watch.
wonder, would it be
Right.
smart to have your 3 siblings here take Mizzy up to the cart while we try to deal with the mushroom forest?
Well, we can't deal with the mushroom forest.
We
we're
do not have
adults?
the means of killing it off quite yet.
That's a post game thing.
And
I don't
Did-
think we're
Didn't
strong
your
enough.
sister say the solution lies with the dose, and didn't that mushroom we met call himself Dose?
The steps have literally been laid out in front of us.
We owe it to Missy to try to pursue that, don't we? We're here. This is the best chance we got.
Don't know if we're strong, even with how strong. I don't know if we're strong
You
enough
never
yet.
know that you're gonna be strong enough until you do it.
We just killed a fucking wizard guy trying to be god, and you think we can't handle a fucking forest?
So,
I
this forest is a lot stronger than you guys realize.
yes, I think we should finish looking around here first. If there is a teleportation circle, we could leave and easily come back here, and thus rest.
We
for
can't hear you!
Yes, that's fine. That's literally all I said.
Busy? I say this with all the kindness I can manage right now. Don't be a pussy.
It it's not that
We
I'm
don't
being
have to make a decision until we explore his little hideout. We
I'm
can explore
pointing out-
first, but
It's not that I'm being a pussy. It's that I'm down half my spells.
well, this place is clearly safe from the mushroom. We could, and the wizard's dead. We could probably rest here.
Do you genuinely think that we're talking about going right now
Don't.
and fighting the mushroom, the entire forest? I have no spells either. We've just fought a wizard. I'm not bleeding. I'm pretty close to bleeding. Fizzy,
You've got to
we are
get
your
closer to you,
friends,
Mike.
and we are
Right next to my
smart.
I am not. I'm
So
not
you're
smart.
doubting us?
No, I'm doubting myself.
Well,
Rusty.
stop thinking about yourself.
Selfish.
You've got all these people to save, and all you're thinking of is yourself. Wow.
Not very big hero of you.
No, that's not what I meant. Don't be so
No.
mean there.
Go look around things.
Yeah, let's look around and see if there's anything that changes our mind one way or the other.
Yeah, Lily trying
A
to
lot.
anger her out of her depression.
I'm just trying to play mind tricks by being nice. These people are mean.
I've never
Michelle-
claimed to be nice.
Yeah,
This-
Michelle, I
theirs
think
is not
it
kind.
might not be your volume, it might be you speaking in a tone that is so high your Discord is
Yeah,
throwing
I
off.
think, cause like your mic just like isn't activating. It's really weird.
At all.
A high pitched. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna just think. Go ahead.
I think it really is the pitch.
It's like whenever Connor screams and it just cuts
Yeah.
out.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go help.
Your
Look.
microphone is sexist.
It is. I'm gonna go help look.
All right. So, there are several folks who are going to be doing some inspections and looking around. So who's looking for hidden things? Who's looking for less hidden things? Basically, who's doing perception? Who's doing investigation?
I'm doing
I want-
hidden items.
I want to investigate.
Okay. Perception from Fizzy. Investigation from Darius and Castella.
Both my
Okay.
scores are the same for them.
Mine are vastly different. My investigation is a plus 12.
Okay. Freaking cock.
Although I do have
God
one,
damn it.
I
Why
do
did
have
you roll
one
black?
potential cast remaining of locate object if anybody has something specific they want search for.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Kaz, you got a 15. Darius, 16. What did you get, Michelle?
Hold on. Yeah, 29.
Okay. So you guys begin searching around this this location to see if there's anything that's immediately coming to your attention. There will be a handful of small things that are noteworthy to you. First and foremost, there are large numbers of what are basically just like candles, though it looks like they have a very minor enchantment on them to not burn down. So they will effectively just kind of keep burning no matter how you light them. Nothing remarkable as items go, but for someone who is making ritual circles, it is extremely useful. You guys will also find that inside of the kitchen area, there is what looks to be some kind of a small box that's been set up. It's about yay big, yay tall, and it looks like it is effectively enchanted with something like a bag of holding, though it appears to have been enchanted specifically for holding food and preserving food.
Oh my god, I could feed so much for the rats. I mean, for Ruben as well.
You're feeding the rats?
Is it a portable refrigerator? It's a
Effective.
portable
think of it like that, yeah.
refrigerator.
It's an
Eh.
ice box of holding.
And what's this on the side? It says Yeti?
It's a Yeti cooler
It's
of
a
holding.
cooler. It's a cooler of holding. Oh my
Yeti
god.
cooler of holding.
And those are the more mundane things that you're going to find. So the ever-burning candles, the icebox of holding, those are interesting. What you guys will find, what you guys will find is
I like how you said yes and then you did a double take.
yeah. Oh, I had to.
A dead body is technically food.
People are friends, not food.
Look, flesh gets preserved by ice, no matter what kind of flesh it is.
Look,
Flesh
I
is
understand
flesh.
it is still an uncomfortable topic. You guys will also then come to what looks like a door of some kind. The door does appear to be locked, and is basically at the end of a hall that you guys did not explore. I will point out to you, Kaz, the slot on the keyhole doesn't look the same as the key that you're currently holding.
Huh. Okay. So
Just
it's probably
looks like a
something
fairly
else.
standard lock.
Break
Uh,
that lock. Break that lock. Come on, Kaz.
Am I lockpicking this door or?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I give her guidance?
You may.
Hey, here's the thing. If anybody in the party has mending, then even if the key breaks, it can be repaired.
I don't have it.
Well, it's not a magical item, so technically.
So just roll Thieves' Tools, dexterity.
Okay. Wait, dexterity. Don't.
Yeah, that's how you- Well, I mean, you can press the button. It's probably going to ask for the ability score, but it's going to be dexterity no matter what. So
So with guidance, it's like normal plus
1d4.
what? Okay, 1d4.
Yeah. That's natural 20.
Doesn't matter.
Nice.
Doesn't matter what you roll.
Okay.
So you will be able to very easily unlock the lock with no real issues, and it'll swing open, and inside you will find a very Spartan-looking room. A rather simple single bed, several tables that have all been set up with various research papers and documents that have been sprawled out on top of it. Inside the room, there's what looks like a small dresser that is, you're assuming, full of clothes. And there is, in addition, what looks like a small chest in the corner of the room. But more importantly, with the investigation that you guys are performing, you will find that there is a hidden slot inside of one of the walls that looks similar to the key.
I use the key.
Gotcha. You will place the key into the slot, and you will turn it. And as you turn it, you will hear it crunch as it turns, and it snaps off at the shaft, and you're left holding just the head of the key itself. And just judging by the movement of the key slot itself, it basically turned itself so that the shaft of the key itself and the rest of the teeth are basically lost inside the wall itself. So
You shouldn't use teeth on a shaft.
I've been watching the expressions of three of you and just shaking my head every time.
You broke off.
Even with
the
Jolly,
accurate
you
term.
You can hear
the
her
accurate term.
giggling. You can hear her giggling.
It's like, so no head. Jesus Christ. I can't mention mine shafts. I can't mention elevator shafts. I can't mention anything that involves the word head.
For once, I was muted and it wasn't me.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't
Yeah.
you.
I didn't do anything. I heard shaft and I was like, keep it together. And then you were like, you have the head in your hand, and I was like, keep it fucking together. And then you were like, oh, the teeth on the shaft, and I said, the teeth on the what?
Okay, look.
I can
Gold
also
keys,
see-
is the head, the shaft, and then
Yeah,
there's
the
teeth.
head and the shafts.
Yeah.
I can also see
We're talking
Jess
about-
actively watching Jill react and try to hold it in.
You
Like,
never make a
I-
twisting
Village
motion on the head.
plants.
That's very dangerous.
This hand was staying still. Okay? It could. I could just
Just like Borat's wife.
Like,
You know, it's gonna be so much worse when Jill and I live together. You know that, right?
I know.
You can exchange covert glances again.
No, because they'll just I can't see
I'll
them through
I'll
here.
disappear. I'll disappear from my camera, and then you'll see my head go.
You'll see Jill kind of push back on their chair out of frame of their camera, and then just into frame in the doorway of Jess's camera to look at you around like.
Do you think I could get my computer chair from the dining room to your bedroom door
I think
without trouble?
There would be trouble, but it would be possible.
There would
what
be
you guys
trouble. I would do it.
I think what you guys should do is set up an array of mirrors that will allow
So that
Jill.
you can see me in the background of Jess's camera going.
Yeah.
I'll
And
be
then-
honest, that would be very difficult just because of the angle my bedroom door is at.
You can do it.
Mirrors.
But you will do so, and you will see that the remainder of the key that had broken off is basically chewed by the locking mechanism itself, and then you will hear a loud, and a section of the wall is going to slide and fall to the ground. And behind it, you are looking at a lovely ornate golden box, about yay big. I'll say yay deep, and yay tall, hidden inside that little area.
Like-
Yeah, like a decently tall, like a what's the word? Not like a chest, but like, oh god, I can't think
Trunk.
of the word.
Like a
A
trunk.
trunk. Yes, thank you. God, why couldn't I think of that? Though it is very ornate in design.
Sorry.
But that is what you, Kaz, and Darius will manage to find.
Can we open it, or is it just locked?
It doesn't appear to be locked, no.
What if it's trapped, though?
Why would
Do you want me to check for traps?
Sure.
That's like you could do it, but I think it's an investigation.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
also behind the two of you guys, by the way. Like I gave
I
guidance.
figured.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so like I'm here.
Hey, that's a 31 on investigation.
Nice.
-1, but still.
No, it's plus one because I rolled enough to
Yes.
one, so it's 32.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
If you rolled a 1, not a 20.
So it would be 32.
Connor, is it trapped?
Oh, it is definitely trapped.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
It is specifically set up not with an outward trap to hit someone who opens it. It's a trap to destroy what's inside of it.
Holy shit! What the?
Fuck.
Just when we lay that and go, I don't know how to stop traps.
What the
That's-
fuck? Who trapped something?
Is it magical or is it?
Nope, it's completely non-magical.
Okay.
I mean, technically, Kaz
That's-
would be the best for trap.
Yeah, I was like, that's not an oh man, that's a Kaz going, I'm on
Yeah.
kind of thing.
But
That's another
it's
Thieves'
technically,
Tools thing.
yeah, it's like a sleight of hand Thieves' Tools thing.
I'll
Okay.
give you guidance again. I will give you guidance
It's
again.
probably something quite incriminating.
Incrimination.
Something important enough that he didn't want anyone else to get it.
It's his strap.
Gay pride.
Trans rights and wrongs.
And also, give me just a moment, Jolly, while I check something on your sheet, because I just noticed your Thieves' Tools didn't roll right. It rolled with
What?
intelligence.
Yeah, it did.
That's weird.
Uh,
I'm not.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
just give me a
natural
moment.
20, so we didn't have
Also-
acknowledgement.
I don't think it rolled with proficiency.
Please know the entire time this is happening, this is just for flavor. Fitz has been quietly mumbling to himself about how, like, well, if you want to inspire faith in people, like, you shouldn't just be like, oh, well, their lives don't matter. Be like, God still makes sense, because, like, why would you devote yourself to one God who's not going to help you when there's a million that can help you, and it doesn't
Granny
make...
puts one firm hand on the shoulder.
They
just
really weren't
work
good at
here.
inspiring faith.
They just work here.
I don't. I'm not angry at them, but it doesn't make
They're
sense.
made for a very specific purpose, and it is not to heal us. They are warriors. They just work here.
And I could bet you warriors are not casters were specifically chosen because they're easier to deal with for planar binding. Because
going on a
spellcasters could
one-man-
teleport out of the circle potentially.
One-man crusade against the gods. Why aren't you helping? Helping people is easy.
That's called atheism.
No, because Fitz acknowledges that they're real and they're there. He's like, I'm knocking on your front
the type
door.
of atheism that's in Discworld, where like, which the wizards have, where it's like, yeah, the gods are there, like we've met them. They're just not like, I don't believe in them, you know?
Like I don't have faith in
Like
them.
they're not very like
Huh.
they're stupid.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
I know you're real, but I don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of a bummer.
There.
So, yeah, I just double checked your sheet. You should be good to go, Jolly. So yeah,
Okay.
to disarm the trap, you're gonna have to make yourself some a thieves tools check.
Okay, I was like, why is it so long clicking? Why can I not click on it? Oh, there you go.
I've given you a D4 as well.
Ooh.
Plus the 31. I just why
Roll a d4, 1d4.
1d4. Okay. Eh. Oh,
That's 30.
30.
30.
There's an even 30. So you will begin to carefully open up the box, and you will see very swiftly that there is basically a small horsehair thread that's been set up so that if it pulls all the way, it loses tension on a hook, which then activates what is effectively like a line of basically like a, think of it like a mundane igniter, and it will just light the entire inside of the box on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just burns everything inside of it.
So theoretically, we could have also just drilled a hole in the back of the box.
But also, that's a nice ornate golden chest that you have there, and drilling a hole in it would ruin its value.
That's true.
Inside, you will find a handful of decently nice-looking items. You will find that there is a golden tuning fork as well as an iron tuning fork, both valued at 250 gold.
Why is there utensils for kitchen?
A
here?
tuning fork is not.
Those-
It looks
She
like.
doesn't know what that is. I know what that is.
I know, but like.
Jolly doesn't need the explanation.
It does. I'm trying to put it. It doesn't look like a fork. It looks like a weird.
If
Like
that could be a skewer for barbecue. What are
it
you
could be a
talking
skewer
about?
for barbecue. Yeah,
We've been chewing on
I'm
it.
imagining like Kaz going to him and like, you can have these forks.
So that's how he got the celestial and fiends, and that would allow for planar travel and possibly binding.
Imagine we were just using the tuning forks for like skewers for like meat and food.
Connor's gonna throw himself off a bridge.
Those are such valuable things to be used in such mundane ways.
This
Um,
makes sense though.
It does.
Like,
You'll also
Kaz
find that
doesn't
there
know the
is.
value behind them.
There's also what you would note is that first you think it's something like crystal. It's about a size of a fist, and it's been carved into the shape of like a nice. It doesn't look like a. It looks like a skull, but it looks more like the skull of, say, like a chimpanzee. Is the best way of describing it. It's about the size of a fist. It is made entirely of diamond. You realize you would easily value that at about 5,000 gold.
Oh my god.
But it's no inch-sized pearl.
Additionally, you will find inside of it that there is the chest itself is most likely very valuable, if not heavy. But for a well-made gilded chest, you could probably get this to the right seller for about 10k. 10,000 gold.
Having a cardiac arrest.
If the
Um,
chest weighs less than 75 pounds, Ignatius can carry it on his person easily.
Yeah. In addition, there is one other item in here. It is a small, I won't call it small actually. It's about a hand-sized pistol, effectively. It is ornate and gilded, made of black and gold metal. It looks like a pepper box. It looks like it has a slight enchantment to it. Nothing extraordinary, but it is it is a enchanted, ornate pepper box. Again, you feel like you could sell it for quite a bit.
Ruben, do you want a gun?
What's that you got there? Oh god.
A gun is too much power for him.
He has enough arms that he could fire and reload easily at the same turn.
So that is what you found. The tuning forks, a ornately carved fist-sized diamond, an ice box of holding, some ever-burning candles, the ornate golden chest valued at 10,000 gold, and an ornate gilded pepper box at 2,500 gold. It is also enchanted, though you will need to identify it.
Oh no, if only we had someone who could identify things.
Oh my god.
No. However, will we solve this issue?
If only we had someone who could identify things.
Fitz, would you like to identify this, please?
What am I? An identify machine?
Yeah.
I
I'm a
you
Fitz
like
machine.
identifying things.
I do like it.
You like to touch. You like to touch.
It's one of my favorite things.
You
And I
want
like
to
how I
touch?
do it because if it's got a curse on it and I have to identify, I get to touch it and I get the curse.
Uh-huh.
Is that Jill
Yeah.
or Fitz
That's
speaking?
me.
That's a
That's
Jill
Jill.
thought, that's for
I
sure.
like it. It's dangerous.
Jill loves
I touch. In the midst of my crisis of not faith, I touch.
Roll investigation.
My investigation. Hold on.
It's like, you know what is religious? Hard scientific fact. Let me learn something.
I'm gonna prove it to these gods by learning something. Not really though, it's kind of low.
I mean,
I'm distracted.
you're basically casting identify, so it's plus 10. Never mind.
I know, but still, it's not as good as it could be. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, that's fair. So the pepper box has a relatively simple enchantment on it. It is an unending pepper box. The enchantment is you don't need to reload it. It has 4 barrels on it, and you can keep pulling the trigger. Theoretically, you can still jam it, though clearing a jam on a gun that does not need to be reloaded is very simple. You just knock out the bullet and then fire it again.
That'll be useful for one of our 2 people that have guns.
You want to give that to Darius?
Why
You
do you
don't
think
want
no?
it?
You don't want the unreloading gun?
Unlimited
It's
bullet?
oh, go ahead.
Do you not see my sick ass sword I've been using and completely forgotten the fact I've had a gun recently?
I'm just saying, it'll be useful to have a ranged option. in case
What's the
there's, like, a
damage on the
flying-
gun, Anna? Because I don't
Uh,
actually know pepper box damage.
Pepper box damage is 1d10, if I'm recalling correctly. Yeah, it's 1d10.
I mean, I'll take it, but like,
It's just if there's like a flying enemy or it's too dangerous to get
Oh.
close or...
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll take the gun.
Don't sound
Okay.
too excited about getting no reload hacked gun that you just never have to worry about bullets. Don't sound too excited.
At
Calm
least we're
down.
not resisting as much as with the cloak of protection.
That's, yeah.
Darius was just thinking about her sick as fuck sword, not ranged enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like, Oh, right. Flying things. Can't use sick as fuck sword on flying things. Yeah, I'll take the gun.
As much
Have
as
we?
I want to sell the chest, I feel like this could also be a bargaining chip for that one dragon to ask for the fountain.
Oh.
That might not be a bad idea.
A gift for what's her butt?
I'm gonna say this. If we do use it for the dragon, to give it, I'm going to respectfully, as much as I like Adam, I think my sister gets priority.
I mean, if we get access to the fountain, there's no reason we can't take both of them to there and just.
I mean, if the dragon decides only one person can go, is what I'm saying.
Well, if we go back to her, we just don't say, "Can one of us use it?" We say, "Can we get access to the fountain?" And then.
You guys do the talking for that. I'm not good at that.
Look, this is probably the most expensive thing we ever found. Aside from stealing from the family, but aside from that.
No,
Yeah.
This is good. Is there anything else here? Have we looked everywhere?
You have looked here. You've looked basically everywhere here. Like there are theoretically some like what are effectively like appliances you could steal. Like you could steal the stove if you really wanted to.
I think we're.
And we can still harvest any components from the fiends if people wanted that.
There's
Yeah,
also
if
not.
you guys wanted to harvest.
I'm trying to decide if Dale should pull someone to the side to say this. Give me a second. Oh, he would. Who's gonna judge her the least for saying this? Can't be Fizzy. Can't be Granny. I don't think Iggy would. It's either Kaz or Fitz. Joe, 1 or 2.
2.
Fitz then!
Well, I said 2.
Rose just kind of taps Fitz on the arm and like makes a motion to go, let's not talk right beside everyone else.
You're leading me away to kill me. I'll have you know that I have a lot of people who would miss me, but I will go with you.
Oh, Fitz, I would
I'll
never
scream.
kill you in such an obvious way.
I'll scream, so help me God. Speaking of gods, they wouldn't help me anyway.
And
Like I say,
I could've told you that.
if you're leading me away to kill me, I'll have you know I'm just barely not blooded and I don't have any spells.
Him and Death Story won't have to do much. I'll
To be
make it
fair,
easy for you.
Fitz probably still has more health than me.
How much do you have right now? I'll scale 1 to
36.
whatever. Bitch, I got 32! Shit. Anyway.
I'm about to say something that's gonna be really mean, and I need to not be too judged for what I'm about to say. And this does not leave between the two of us.
Alright.
And I really need you to not tell Fizzy what I'm about to say.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh. Alright. I'm really nervous. You really have not done well with assuaging my nerves here.
If we could only put one person in, it would be more logical to put Adam in than it would be Fizzy's sister. Because Adam knows more about the dragon that's terrorizing the countryside and is severely more damaged than Fizzy's sister.
I had a similar thought, but only because one of them is. Pardon my casualness about this, but one of them is basically comatose and in no pain, and the other one is in fact missing multiple limbs and a lot of his skin and a lot of his bone is he got basically flambéed by a
Also,
dragon.
Michelle, if you overheard this, you need to say that out loud.
I'm not. No, this is Michelle reacting, and this is fine. Fizzy
Okay.
cannot hear anything. That's fine.
I was like, how did you roll a die? I'm like, if you're gonna eavesdrop, warn us.
I'm not. No, she wouldn't be. She wouldn't be. No.
But don't get me wrong. If we can do both at the same time, I gladly would do both.
I just think that Fizzy is doing the exact same thing that I would do if it were my sibling, which is prioritizing them because they are your sibling. And you have your siblings.
I can't fault that, even in a little bit. I would do the same.
But just the logic behind it is, one of them will live longer in their current state. She will just be unaware that she is living.
And we know when Fizzy learns how to do the regen thing, she'll only need to do it once on her sister, whereas Adam might take multiple attempts.
I think that right now what we're doing is we're speculating a lot, and I think we need to wait and actually get to this point, and then sit down and have a conversation with Fizzy.
I needed to tell that to someone before I said it out loud in accident in front of Fizzy.
Yeah, don't do that. Are you insane?
I know.
Yeah, let's just forget this conversation ever happened, but it's kind of right. But let's.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, if you let it slip, oh god, you guys are so much trouble because.
Why do you think Doris rolled a wisdom check?
It's like, don't piss off your healer.
No. I don't want to do that in front of you. That's why I rolled that, to see if Darius would have the brain power to go, hey, maybe this isn't the right thing to say in front of the person who's greatly upset right now.
It's fine. Whatever. It's cool.
Do you still want to harvest the fiends?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
We can put them in the ice box if you want to preserve their parts.
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
Alright, do you know what you could probably do with the hearts? The brain stems?
Should we make sure there's no food in the icebox before you put fiend body parts in there? Maybe perhaps.
Sure.
I don't like that Connor's taking out the Moody Blues.
Okay.
What the hell was that supposed to mean?
I think
he's
there's a
rolling
test
for how
roll.
much food is in the icebox.
The Moody
I think it was
come out
just
and see how much
like
Connor?
I don't like how he's sitting. Stop that.
Connor?
Quit that.
I think he's
What
just
you're
playing
doing,
mind
but
games
stop.
on you, and it's working.
He said. Fucking, you want me to go L? Death Note? I will.
Need the dramatic zoom in.
What about it? I can't control my chair when I sit like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Starts just spinning away.
Me sitting in any like reclining chair ever.
Yeah, no, can Cash check the icebox to make sure there's no body, like, not body parts, fuck,
Oh my.
Oh my god, the wizard had the same idea.
Well, Corey Shaw's got a nasty habit of putting body parts into boxes.
Cash, what's in the icebox?
I don't know.
If there are body parts, they would be that meme. If I had a nickel for every time I found a box filled with body parts owned by a wizard.
It's happened twice, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Opening up the
but weird that it's happened twice.
opening up the icebox and perusing what you have inside of it, you would find multiple pork chops, some pork tenderloin, what looks to be a set of beef ribs, several bits of frozen produce, everything from wild-grown tubers to normal stuff like potatoes and sweet potatoes and what have you. There are various bits of but preserved leafy greens, as well as some loose bundles of what is effectively like salt pork. So something that's very easy to travel.
Alright, so we'll have to wrap the body parts up well before we put them in there.
Yeah, and label it because I can't tell the difference between the meats.
That's fine. Just if it's organ, I do request if there's organ meat, definitely leave it alone. Organs
Okay.
are very useful in potion making.
Okay.
Chop up those corpses!
Got You make your way back into the ritual room, and there you will see that several of the chest cavities of the fiends have been pried open.
No, not Ruben alone.
As you can see that Ruben is now currently kind of covered in, less covered in viscera than he would be normally, as he has been using a Kenganish to carve them open and has cut out their hearts and has started chewing on them.
Hey,
He
Ruben!
he has wisely bitten every single heart at least once. That way you can't take them away from him.
You could have used that for potion making. You little shit.
He will sheathe the Kenganish and with one heart in his mouth and the other 3 in his hand start to run away.
No, he's not. I'm grabbing for him.
He misty steps away and runs.
How much?
He's been using it since he grew in size.
Yeah, I know, but Denos does not pay that much attention.
Fair enough.
I will say, I called this.
Well, at least he left the brains alone.
Sorry about the heart, though.
I'd say the brains are more important. The brains are more important. Brainstem is actually a very powerful spell component.
You did harvest at least the gold liquid from the pools, right?
Yeah, it's celestial blood, and then the stuff below it is fiend blood.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gross. No, just help me get the brains then.
Okay.
Alright, well, we'll take the whole head, it'll be easier.
Oh, that's true.
Anything else you can feed to the rats?
The rats.
The rats. Fucking Ruben. Damn it. I'll get him back for this.
Speaking of the rats, we don't even know if they're actual, like, mundane rats or if they're actually fiends themselves.
I don't really care that much.
Ignatius has never been in there, so he's never had any opportunity to check.
I'll be real honest, Darius just knows those rats. She doesn't need to deal with that right now. She's just accepted it.
So roll me a, it would also be a religion check in this case, as you're trying to find the best way to carve up the physiology of a extraplanar creature.
Man, I'm so bad at religion, though. That's a +2 going forward.
Jesus.
After Darius looks at the bodies, realizes she's drawing a blank and goes, Fitz!
I am here. I'm just on a very high level on my poppet toy. Playing my poppet toy. Sorry, let me turn it off.
What do you know about fiend bodies?
Likely not as much as you should.
I'm drawing a blank
well,
right now.
Sure, I could stare at them and see what comes to mind.
I'd say I don't know who has the highest religion. It's either...
Would it be religion? Is that what I
think-
would roll for this?
I think it is Fitz because Fitz has a higher intelligence score.
Well, that's what Connor told me to roll was religion.
Yes,
I roll
did.
religion?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna stand there and stare really hard at the fiend and see if I can remember anything I ever read in a book one time.
Funniest thing would be if you also that one.
Oh no, we're good.
You would loosely describe how it should be removed. The fiend's brain stems typically have a little bit more of a curve to them, so you have to cut back and in a little bit more. Unfortunately, by the time Darius is able to get to it, with all the delays, both from Ruben eating the hearts and her forgetting, 2 of them are only viable, and the other 2 will rot away swiftly, as outsider bodies and summoned creatures are wont to do.
Oh no, I only get 2 fiend brain stems. It's more than I had.
Can we feed the rest of the bad ones to the rats?
Yeah. Take anything you want from this point. The brain stems and the hearts are the only thing that are important.
Feed corpse into the rat hole. They go.
I have a very good song that should be on a Cavs playlist for you.
What?
Rats by Ghost.
What?
That's for Kaz.
What kind of rats are these?
You want to go up there and find
Babies.
out?
They're little Dharma
Yes,
rats.
specifically to make sure that there aren't cranium rats among them, because feeding brains to cranium rats is a very bad idea.
They're babies.
The babies.
Jolly, Kaz will head up into the rope trick that you summon, and you will unceremoniously discard the corpses that you have here, including Vokari Shah, or is it just gonna be the fiends?
Can you imagine though?
Got this
Wait,
wizard for you.
Hold on, is Vikorisha a wizard or a sorcerer?
He's a wizard.
Do what you want with him, sorcerer bodies.
Yeah, I
and
don't
whatever.
fucking care. I don't want any remains of him.
Yep. You will unceremoniously dispose all of their bodies up into the rat hole, as we have taken to calling it. And as you begin to climb back down the long rat tail that makes up the rope, you will see that the rats that are all along the sides very quickly begin to scutter their way over to the bodies and will begin to consume everything until nothing is left behind.
Yeah, I mean,
A rattle.
Ignatius at the very least would pop his head into divine sense and do a visual scan for cranium rats.
But as you guys start cleaning up some things and packing away your ill-gotten gains, we'll take a quick break here, and we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you guys will be able to rest through to the night. It will go without any other issues. And come daybreak, or at least what you assume to be daybreak, you guys will have gone through your long rest without any issues. Please restore your hit points, your spell slots, everything that you need.
Just gonna hit the long rest button.
Yep, that's fine.
Although, if it is not dawn yet, my Eldritch Claw tattoo does not recover.
It is definitely not dawn. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning, actually, but it is still. You got 8 hours, so that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
The rest of the squall recharges at dusk. Eldritch Claw tattoo recharges at dawn. So most rests, only one of them is going to recover, and not the other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. You know what? Let's do that. Oh, Jill said that. Perfect.
That's the 1,000-yard stare I said they'd have.
Hey,
You feeling okay, bud? You feeling okay?
War never changes.
hey,
Yeah.
I text Jess and said, "Don't worry about me. Go on without me."
Yeah, we did.
We did. We
hey,
long
hey,
rested.
Jill, hey, hit the long rest button. I'm sure that
I
Fitz
think
is
Maddie
much
did
more
for her,
restful
or
than you are.
you did for her.
I did. I hit Fitz's long rest.
Yeah.
I didn't know if Jill would be back
This
soon.
was I.
Fitz long rested. Jill is certainly not rested.
No. I'm good. Are you okay?
I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm hot. Okay. I had a iced coffee this morning.
Oh no.
Oh.
So
Caffeine and milk.
Sometimes it gets
Yeah.
heated in the trenches.
I had to turn my fan on.
God gives his hardest battles to his foolishest of warriors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do a wind walk. Because I do have. I did not. Guys, I don't think you're gonna. If I end up using one of the spells I took, you're not gonna like it. I can tell people in this group will not like it, but it's okay. It'll be fine.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, Windwalk allows for some pretty substantial travel speed. What's the exact speed for Windwalk?
Wind walk is, I believe. Okay, let's see. 300 feet. A flying speed of 300 feet. So, yeah, basically, if you're dashing, it's 600 feet a round, and 3,600 feet a minute.
Okay,
No.
I'll do some quick math.
No, not 3,600. 6,000 feet a minute.
I'll give me a moment. I'll do some quick math.
Okay.
I get sushi.
Hmm?
Should I get sushi?
Sushi.
I had sushi yesterday, and I want it so bad again.
I haven't had sushi
I
in a
ate-
while.
I ate an entire 10-pack California rolls.
The place I go to, I
so
get
good.
an 8-pack of fried avocado and then an 8-pack of chicken tempura, and I eat all of it.
Is the sushi place near the new home good?
It's a chain one, but I've had it down in Madison and I liked it.
You liked it? Okay. Is it close enough that I could walk to it?
Was it a Finn sushi?
No, it's Nori Sushi and Grill.
Oh yeah, I know that place. Never been there, but I know of it.
It's about 2-ish miles from us. So like an hour-long walk if you want to make that trip.
You gotta get a bike,
No.
man.
I had to get a scooter.
I mean, to be fair, according to this, biking it is 18 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for a bike when I get down there. Up there, sorry.
Nah.
Like a
Down,
down, up.
Come on down.
No, down. I do that with like Maryland too. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go down there, and I'm like, wait. Technically,
Wrong.
it's up.
I say that to everything. I say down for everything, even though everything for me is up.
Yeah, you're at the bottom.
Everything for me is up,
Got it.
except for Key West.
And to
I'm
be
just
fair,
gonna-
No, nothing. It's just the topic. The topic.
everything for you is
Over
to
there.
the east.
East.
You can go up or down in your state forever. It's the longest of the states.
Come here, come here.
Yeah.
Oh, she's really.
She's gotten so chunky, like healthy chunky.
Chunky.
Well, it's probably because there aren't other cats stealing her food.
It's
True.
kind of chunky.
Well, and she's also
got spayed.
fixed.
Yeah, getting a cat fix will make them gain a little bit of weight. Does she have a little swingy pouch?
Not really.
Not really.
That's such a bummer. When Houdini is with you guys, you will see the swingiest of primordial pouches. She does a run, and it goes.
Just
Like
like
there's
me
a
when I run on
little
the
bit of
beach.
one, I think, but like I think she's just too little.
I grab
Like-
Houdini by the pouch all the time. She like
Oh,
walks
really
by, and I'm like,
little.
my
Welcome
baby.
back.
I also told my mom, I was like, yeah, I think what's gonna end up happening, it's not confirmed yet, but I think Houdini might stay with Connor and Becca for a little bit. And my mom was like, oh, they've got a rude awakening. And I said,
Houdini?
yeah, she was like, they have the sweetest, nicest, babiest cat on earth, and you're gonna put Houdini into their apartment. And I said, yeah, I tell them all the time she's an asshole, but they're gonna learn. Like, Bean is so sweet, and Houdini's just a bitch. But like, she's a sweet baby, but she's an asshole. She barks sometimes. If you reach for her when she doesn't want to be reached, she'll just go. And I'm like, yeah, cool. But I pick her up anyway. There's
Yeah, of course.
I don't have boundaries with Houdini. She gets angry at me and I pick her up anyway, and then she smacks me in the face. And I'm like, I love you.
I think I'm overthinking this. I've been trying to crunch the numbers this entire time. My brain is just frying itself.
How many
Crunching.
feet are in a mile?
5280.
Okay, I basically go. Like, just say I go a mile a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
we're,
so serious.
you're fine. I'm
It'll take us an hour to get there.
yeah, roughly.
Connor's trying to be Connor and do predictions and
Or just take overland travel pace and divide that by 10.
No.
Where are we going?
Because
I wasn't
The
here.
it
X.
also
Where
works.
the X is?
That's where the map leads.
In all honesty, I do think that number-wise, it turns out to be about an hour of travel.
It's an hour. Let's make it simple. It's about 6,000 feet a minute, which is about 100 miles, so it's a mile a minute. It's 60 miles away.
It's basically an hour.
Weird. That's how fast my mouth goes. A mile a minute.
Windwalk is a car.
Yeah.
Let's go. Windwalk is a car.
So you guys is a car on the Autobahn.
Yeah. So you guys will be able to very swiftly use Windwalk, and just by the speed alone, conflict isn't necessarily going to be a concern. So you will be able to do the overland travel from there to there relatively swiftly.
Actually, if you can, Mr. Bond.
Mr. Bond.
As you guys return above land after your time underground, you will see that the forest has changed ever so slightly. You can see that some of the myconic trees that were around have actually become closer to the cave opening that you had, and they were very clearly waiting for you and hoping that they could get the jump on you. Instead, using the Windwalk, you effectively will sweep right past them with no real issues. And after an hour's worth of flying over dark mushroom forests, it is 2 o'clock in the morning, and you will land at the location that was marked off on the map.
I should change out a bit of spells.
Below you, you all can see that there are quite a few more of the large mushrooms that have grown up almost like trees. Likely using the rotted husks of whatever happened to be in the area. Their growth has become exponential, and they have swollen to incredible size, easily dwarfing some of the trees that would normally be in this area, reaching 50 to 100 feet up into the air. Below you, you can see that there are signs of creatures wandering around. Possibly normal, possibly something other. They appear to be ignoring you for the moment being, or maybe haven't noticed you for the moment being, but you're not too sure. You will also note that in this area that's been marked off on the map, there is a crevasse. It goes basically straight down.
Crevasse.
Is likely where the tower is.
I mean, there's still wind, right?
How long does Windwalk last?
A long time.
8 hours.
Like 8
Oh
hours,
yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're still wind for the time being.
Still wind, and it goes very deep. Is that what? Because the thing is underground, right?
It is underground, yes.
So like, we would just go in the crypt, go down into in wind form.
Yep. Using Windwalk, you can very easily just continue flying down. Actually, let me change this song. There we go. You will start flying straight down, effectively, into the crevasse. You'll see that the growth of the forest itself did not stop above ground. It continues to stretch even further down, even further below. You do not know how much longer or for how much further it will go and how much more it's going to continue to spread. But it doesn't seem like it's stopping here.
Mm.
All along, you can see these tendrils of something like mycelium that's begun to sprawl itself down and further and further and further into the actual depths of the earth itself. The map that you had left for you was, like I said, rudimentary. It didn't give you clear directions. It didn't really give you a defined location. But what it did show you was spots to keep an eye out for, namely locations that are marked off on this little map as blue mushrooms. with
so,
little
so
glow
it's like
marks around them.
directions from a New Englander.
Yeah, basically. If you go past the barn, you've gone too far. Turn around. So I would like a survival check.
Fizzy?
Yep, that's busy.
Can I assist?
We're wind right now, so no.
It's true. You can't really give directions as wind. You can't talk.
No, it's okay.
Boy,
We're
can
good.
we how.
I appreciate the thought, but it's okay. I got
Yeah.
it.
You
I'm
can't
fine.
talk, but you can whisper.
I rolled a
how.
17 on the die, and I have a plus 10, so it's a 27.
You will follow the loose directions that were provided to you, and will begin to move along this path, weaving and twisting your way through these caves. Light is a difficult thing and is not always available for the wind form that is Granny, though following behind the others is makes this a much easier process. And in time, as you follow these maps, the map that was given to you, you will see that it does lead you past these small cavern areas where you can see that there is a little opening that's been covered up with growth or is a small cave, and inside you can see the dull blue glow of some kind of mushroom. This will continue on for some time. You guys will continue along for a few hours, really. About, let's see, I think it'd be about 4 hours total. Twisting and turning through the caves themselves until eventually you will find yourself at something that looks like the X that's been marked on the map. It looks like a tower is the best way of describing it. It's been turned upside down on its head. At the very bottom of it, you can see a distant, dull blue glow. So,
Bottom or the top bottom, because it's flipped upside down.
yeah, I know. The actual bottom of it.
I mean, I'm gonna head towards that, I guess.
Um,
Don't know what else.
maintaining that wind form, as Jill tries to figure out the.
What do you mean at the actual bottom? Because, like, the bottom is the top and the top is the bottom. So you mean the actual bottom of the tower, which is the top of the tower, or the actual bottom of the tower, which is the top of the tower?
I mean that.
What
if
do you
were
mean?
I mean, if you were standing like a normal person, it's the bottom.
Okay, it is the gravitational bottom of the tower.
The true bottom.
Yes.
No, but it's not the true bottom, it's the top, but it's flipped upside down. This way
Actually,
it doesn't make sense.
actually, Kaz is the true bottom.
Get fucked, literally.
Oh,
No, I did not say that. No, that's not.
Has his strap. You would not believe.
Strap
Honestly, in competition with Rose. Just saying.
Honestly, I believe that.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the top bottom tower. Bottom
So,
top bottom.
Yep. You guys will go to the true bottom of the tower. And there, you will see what looks like a human body. But not entirely, not anymore. See, you're looking at what looks like a human body that has been effectively pulled apart. The arms at their shoulder sockets and at their elbow joints have basically been pulled away from the core of the body, which the chest of which is expanded outward with growth. This blue colored mushroom that is growing out of it and is spreading further. Each arm is held together and held in place by lengths of this mushroom-like material that then allows it to move ever so slightly. As you watch that, it will twitch. The fingers will move a little bit. The head of this body, easily feet away from the torso, seems to be still breathing or attempting to. Still trying to move around and look at you as you all, in your wind form, begin to land in this area. The man looks well rotted, is the best way of describing it. Their body isn't really there anymore. Or what is still there is only being held together by the mushroom growth around him.
Gross.
Yeah, that sounds, yeah.
I hate that.
I hate all of this.
I
Personally.
don't like that he's trying to look at us.
I think it's actually quite interesting.
Ugh, it's kind of smelly too. Ugh,
Well,
rotten flesh.
probably
Not a-
perfect.
Well, let's
Huh?
all be shocked that the person who spent like a year of their life rotting thinks it's interesting.
Yeah, what grounds do I have to stand on to go, oh, this rotting corpse is a little bit stinky?
Could you
Yeah,
smell your
kinda.
own rotting flesh?
What do you think?
I think
I
at
don't
some
know.
point you lost your note. Anyway, can you talk to this thing?
It is interesting that a detritor would not completely decompose the form as usual.
Are you a man who's a mushroom or a mushroom who's a man?
It's the goddamn Muppet song.
I'm neither.
Oh, it's so sorry.
Great, it talks. It talks.
The other one talked too, but I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. Fizzy. It's technically like a mushroom thing, right?
you know mushrooms. You talk to it.
Talk to me like a man,
I'll
not
talk
like
to
a mushroom.
Literally speaking in common. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm like, he's a person.
You're cowards. Hello, I'm Fitz.
I'm Fizzy. This is like.
I think we've met before.
One question. Is it communicating telepathically or is it emanating from body?
It moves its lips, and the head, the jaw on the head does kind of rise and fall like it's attempting to speak. And though its body should not be capable of producing a voice anymore, it still does.
Alright, so Ignatius can hear it, because if it was telepathic, he would not be hearing it.
It's true, yes.
I hate this.
I don't like it either, but like.
That's me, not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like,
Wait, all
Please,
of
tell-
you were hearing a voice earlier?
Maybe next time we hear voices in our head, we tell Iggy.
I don't need to introduce myself. You already met me once. I already spoke to you once.
Dose.
I am
Hello, Dose.
Dose. At least that's what you can call me now.
Well, Fizzy's sister seems to, which I think you met before, seems to
Yes.
think that you're the solution to this whole big mushroom forest problem.
I'm the solution to many problems, whether I want to be or not.
Suppose that's fair. Do you have any idea what Mizzy meant?
Yes, I know plenty. You all stayed inside of one of my locations, one of my hidey holes that I use for collecting nutrients.
Yes.
You understand what happens when you stay near me.
Yes.
Me, we, the mushroom, It restores, pulls the body back to normal, takes things that have fallen apart, magic that's been lost, limbs that have been severed, and it slowly pulls them back to what they should be. It's why I am the way I am now. And it does not stop with people. Animals that stay near me will find themselves mended. Theoretically, if those fiends or those celestials you were speaking with had come to me, they likely would have been mended as well.
But there is a cost.
You do know the saying, the dose makes the poison. Small amounts of me, it heals, it cures. Too much of me, it kills you, pulls you apart from the inside, and what you used to be is no longer there.
We see Michelle's mom, we wave. It's just the rule.
She looks at me, she goes, "You're the only one who's dressed up." I'm like, "Yes."
Hey, I'm
Technically,
not
me
in character, but I'm dressed up as something.
Technically, I do dress up by
Right.
not shaving.
I am dressed up as a furry. It's true.
Repeat the last thing you said. I'm sorry. My mom distracted me.
Too much of
Okay.
him will be poisonous.
So, but okay, if too much of you is poisonous, if we use you on the mushrooms, wouldn't you poison the people there too?
No, most likely not. As long as they're not eating the mushrooms, they should be fine.
Don't want to hurt.
I thought of a one thing. I don't know if I should bring this up.
Bring it up.
Heal your sister with it.
I think that's what happened to her. Is I thought she got the I don't.
She was lobotomized.
Phlebotomy is essentially taking like a toothpick and shoving it up someone's nose.
Is it up the nose? I thought you could do it like
You can also
On
do
the
it
could you do
eyeball.
it?
eye.
Okay.
Ocular
It's you put
Okay,
it there
oh
and then
Lord.
you hammer it and it.
Depends on
Okay.
Look, it's another source of healing. Yes,
Would
that's what I'm
would
saying.
it heal her, or would it? Because remember, when we healed, we had a little bit of the mushroom in us afterwards. Remember?
Yeah, but it's not long term.
We're not saying leave her here for a year. Like just kind of prop her up.
Just
you
enough
know?
for her to regain her senses.
And
Ragdoll
also,
her into the
Ignatius
mushrooms.
does not remember because I was not there for that session. So,
At least while we're here, maybe it'll get a jump start on putting her juice brain back together.
It's just another form of healing.
but that might take much more extensive application and thus leave her too far exposed.
Mm-hmm.
And separating two entities that have merged is much more difficult than simply repairing one.
Okay, fuck that then. Leave her to sit in the tower.
I
It's your choice.
I'm
It's
just
whatever
saying.
you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that idea, but also fuck this idea, but also, like, she's just a vegetable right now.
It's not
Figure
like
it
in
out.
Adam's case where his is more severe. You know?
Okay. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him myself. If I were to bring my sister here, who has been lobotomized, would it work to heal her?
Most likely.
Would there be after effects?
Most likely. They'd be temporary.
They be temperate? Maybe. Well, she's in the cart right now, and I don't want to bring her all the way over here. How am I gonna bring her? How do I? Well, she can go
Well,
to the tower, right?
Someone could use sending on one of your other siblings, and then they could use the mirror to get her here.
Yeah, but then we'd have to bring her.
Teleportation circle, remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Fitz. Would you be willing to use your teleportation circle? To.
I've used it for less. This is important. I have literally used it for less. Of course I will teleport your basically brain dead sister back to the tower when she is no longer brain dead.
Okay.
I assure you.
Okay.
She'll have a welcoming committee since our favorite housekeeper is at the tower.
Darius, could you call? And make it 25 words. Explain the whole situation in
explain the whole thing, 25 words. Do not use sending twice. I swear to God, dude. 25 words.
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
I'm here judging you.
Fetch. So let me get the exact. What exactly do I need to say in this sending spell?
Just put her. Just have them focus on me in the mirror, and send Mizzy through it.
Use mirror. Look at us. Throw Mizzy through. Why use many words when few words do trick?
Hello. Wait, which of your siblings should I contact about this?
Craigo.
Hello, Craigo. Please use the mirror in the cart. Think of Fizzy. Then send Mizzy through the mirror.
I think mine would have worked.
Yeah, yours would have worked, Jill.
Yours would have worked, but I didn't want him to ask too many questions afterward in confusion.
He can ask the questions when he uses the mirror and sees us. He can go, "What did you mean by that?"
Technically speaking, you could have just told him to use the mirror to focus on Fizzy, and we could have had a full conversation.
Either
Mizzy through.
Either way, it's not a big deal, guys. It works.
No, we're trying to optimize this to use the least amount of words possible in a sending.
Exactly.
It's like it's speed running, but for sending.
I'm still using a Rushton camp for it. It doesn't make a difference.
100% sending, no click.
Craig will respond, got it.
He will respond, thumbs up emoji.
He would actually use the thumbs up emoji if it didn't have to be a physical, if it didn't.
He's the one who likes your Facebook messages instead of responding. He just likes them.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of in Discord someone not actually replying to your message, but just using the reaction for a thumbs up, and that's it.
Yeah.
I do that for roll call messages and for D&D games and servers. This is people asking someone with poor executive functioning skills to respond, so I respond by adding an emote. If they didn't request a response, I probably wouldn't say anything and just show up.
I just like the idea of sending Frigo an entire paragraph of heartfelt message, being like, "You're my favorite brother. I love you so much. We've been through so much together. This is so crazy." And he's like,
and he's like, hits the like button on your text.
He hits the love response.
Craigo likes this.
Awesome. Thanks, Craigo.
But on the other hand, he's like, "Oh, that's so sweet." Oh,
She's gonna love this. Thumbs up emoji. What a man. God.
And if he really likes it, he'll super emote.
It's good to see that you're planning to make use of me. I have a condition for helping you.
Of course. What's that?
When you heal your friend, sister, whoever, and then when you use me to poison Roshovska, when it's all done, kill me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Understandable.
You,
You no longer
you're
live
tired of being used. Fully fair.
How did you want to be killed?
I-
That's the thing.
Ooh,
However,
you got a preference?
however lasts.
Okay. That's the existence you live in is not an existence that I
I've
would
been
keep
here
on
for
it.
too long.
How
Life without
What all
death
do we-
is...
sorry.
What happened?
My camera's shaking because I'm hitting my desk too much.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to fully kill you then?
I don't know.
Probably fire.
Kill me, destroy my body, burn the mushrooms that are near me right now.
Yeah, fair.
All I
still
know
don't-
is that this panacea is too effective.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, we have no qualms with you wanting to die.
I do have to ask for the sake of curiosity, and feel free to not answer. This is an inappropriate question. Do you remember how long ago, like, you were a person? Like, you were a man walking around? Like, who were you?
It's been 237 years, 35 days, and roughly 5 hours.
I see. I completely understand why you wish for death. Being able to remember that much, and that specifically, it does not sound fun.
Any messages you would like us to attempt to pass on?
There was no one to receive the message. Not anymore.
Well, how about this? How would you like to be remembered?
I don't care to be remembered right now. I just care to be dead. There's nothing to be remembered.
Well, of course there is. You're right in front of us. And you're doing us a great service.
You'll
You're
be
going in
remembered.
my journal.
You'll be remembered. You're saving a home.
You're saving a whole people.
We're gonna remember you so hard. That is a threat. So,
And technically, the next time any of you bleeds on the book will also remember for posterity.
And yeah.
our magic blood book will also remember you, so that applies.
The
Jesus.
book will remember that.
Jesus Christ.
That's fine. That's fine.
An old man who just wants to die.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Becca? Okay.
Well, hi, Craigo in the mirror. Come on. Where's the big man? Where's the fucking?
Well,
smash?
it will take some time. It'll take about 30 minutes, but eventually Craigo will appear in the mirror with Mizzy in tow. And Craigo's gonna look through the mirror and go, "So, what now?"
Just send her through. Just push her through. It's
All right.
okay. I know it sounds very weird,
Make sure to not get any of your fingers through the mirror, or else we will really have some issues.
No, Craig will
Just-
unceremoniously just push her through the mirror.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I
Okay.
assume Ignatius would have been there to just like catch her if she started to fall.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. So now, what do we do with her?
I don't know.
Do we just leave her sitting beside the corpse mushroom?
No. That won't work.
Very much alive.
No, it's too... Her damage is most likely too much. If it's to the point where you can't just have her sit next to one of my feeding areas, you will likely need to either make her consume part of the mushroom itself or make some kind of a brew out of it.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, I think she's still able to consume things.
Yeah.
So
And Fizzy, you're gonna be the best one. This is raw materials.
Yep.
make a mushroom smoothie.
I know how to make mushroom stew. I play Minecraft.
Dungeon Meshi in
I
here.
just bet you the shirt. Yeah.
Monster soup.
I will make a mushroom smoothie for her.
He pulls out ye old blender.
Yep. So roll herbalism.
Okay. 21.
Okay. 21 total, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's 11 on the die plus 10.
Okay. So,
Don't
you
forget
will...
your Oracle die roll.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah, you also have that. You'll go about making what is effectively a tincture.
It's a 16 for Oracle, by the way.
You'll go about making a tincture using the blue mushroom growth that is coming from and is sprouting around the man's body. As you're doing so, the dose will continue speaking. Will tell you.
I should warn you, whatever you're planning on using this for, or however you're planning on using it, you have a matter of days before it becomes ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough for at least for Mizzy, and maybe we can give a bit to Adam just to prolong his condition. It's not enough for him, but it'll help.
No,
Whatever's left
you'd be
over, I can
surprised.
teleport back and make sure Adam gets it and come back with the new.
Yeah, because you have to go through the cart anyway, so just drop some off with a who... Oh fuck, what's his name?
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Fuck!
Shay.
Shay.
Yeah, Shay.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Okay.
Drop some off with Shay to administer to Adam immediately, and
Don't ask me what's in this. Make him drink it. Bye.
and don't touch it yourself.
Don't touch it. Don't drink it. Don't keep any. It's.
I would like to assist Fizzy with making the brew. I may not be as experienced with natural stuff, but it's still a similar process.
You can do so.
So I can roll again?
Yep.
I rolled a 10 this time. You helped, but it's the same. It's 21.
21's still pretty good.
Yeah. No, I mean,
At least
as
you're
long as I
consistent.
roll over a 10, I'm pretty okay.
By the way, the other companion you're mentioning, they will most likely be able to be cured with this.
Okay, well,
I don't
can
think you realize how much damage has been done to him.
Like he's
No.
really bad.
do you see how much damage has been done to him?
Please.
The injury
Tell
might
me.
be more severe, but the parts of the body that are injured are less complex.
I mean, I can make enough for 2, right?
Believe me, it won't allow you to take too much. By the time it gets to that degree, it may attempt to fight back.
Okay, well, I don't want it to fight back, so I'll take what it'll let me.
But
Yep. So you can roll a second time for Adam as well.
Okay.
Again with
You're helping
Darius's
me, Doc?
assistance.
Darius, you're still helping me? I'm assuming? Right.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, okay, so
No.
15 on the die.
No, I'm
So
not
25.
helping you.
No,
25.
and just let me
Get
put it this
one.
way: assume for all your rolls right now, Fizzy is getting helped by Darius.
Yeah, so 25.
You will be able to make what are effectively two larger sized doses of this effectively a panacea tincture. As dose says, it only lasts for about a day. Past that point, it will expire in use, and it will
Yeah.
become ineffective.
That's fine.
So so we'll take Fitz. We'll go to, because I want to go too, obviously. I think that's fair, right? To the tower, and then
Sure.
we'll go, and
It's
then we'll
all
do the
the
mirror, and then jump right back here
Yeah.
to the roundabout.
What's the plan?
Oh my gosh, this guy is effectively penicillin and cyclosporin.
I mean, to be entirely fair, we could all go and just focus the mirror back on Dose if we wanted to. We don't have to, but
That's true.
anyone who wishes to go back to the tower can.
That's true.
Just take us, we have a way back. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's true.
You guys will teleport your way back to the tower, taking your sister with you. And making your way over to the room that Adam has been stored in. You will see. Well, it has been resting, and I suppose the nicer term.
Like he's making Christmas decorations.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna store him over there. Don't worry about Adam.
I mean, he's still alive, so storing him might not be the proper term.
I love that. Man's is stored.
And
shove him on the shelf.
you will see that in the actual room itself, there is a small bed. A small cot that has been made up in the corner of the room, where one can assume that Shay has actually been present the entire time, periodically taking care of him. Basically, Adam is still in about the worst shape that you saw last time. The burns have been covered a few times using what is effectively gauze, and appear to be getting changed out regularly, judging by what is a nearby bucket with slightly stained bandages. His arm is completely ruined. His leg is in a no better state. He is not conscious. He is incoherent and most likely comatose right now.
Is Shay anywhere around?
So Shay is currently in the room, or at least will be coming back to the room at this moment in time. And he'll look at all y'all. You go, nice to see you back. I've been trying to do my best.
We have something for Adam to drink. I'm gonna need you to be really cool about it. We can't really explain it. It will be useful in 2 days, but it will cure him completely.
Well, he needs to drink it now, so that
Let's
it's
drink it now.
Yeah, he drinks it now, and then it'll be curing him. Hopefully.
I'm sure we could certainly do that. I feel like I should ask as a doctor, what exactly is this?
It's fine.
Really hard to explain.
Now,
It's a magic mushroom.
there may be some side effects once he's fine, but they will be temporary. We've been told.
Hopefully.
I mean, we'd experienced it beforehand anyway, so.
Yeah.
We've
It's either-
experienced a minor form of this healing ourselves before, yeah.
It's either this, or we talk to a very frightening dragon, give her 10,000 gold worth of a chest, and pray she lets us use her magic fountain. So, you can understand that we would be really banking on this
Actually-
sort of.
I have something I want to point out. Penicillin was invented in like I think 1928.
So we're just a little bit before that.
So technically, the
This is
neighborhood
just-
watch is going to be the inventors of fungal-based medicine.
Well, yes and no. It's a very special mushroom panacea.
So canonically, someone is going to be, hey, did you hear about that story? Someone using mushrooms to cure it, and that's gonna be how they discover
There's gonna be a
penicillin.
lot of oopsies before.
There always are.
This beautiful red and white polka dotted mushroom, I'm gonna eat it.
Surely
It's
we
gonna
can make this
cure me.
into a.
You don't think about it,
Mm.
but
Come on,
everything
chef.
we know about what is or is not edible is because someone tried it.
Someone tried
It's
it.
true.
I know.
Well, I can certainly do that. I can get him to drink it. All right. And he is going to take the tincture that you provided him. He's going to kind of like lift up his head slightly and start tipping his head back. And will, with one hand, kind of brace his head up, and with the other, start tipping it back into his mouth. And will effectively kind of like hold his nose, and then kind of massage his throat to make sure he drinks and swallows it. And he's going to recork the tincture, and he'll hand it back over to you with the, the empty bottle. So, what is in it, out of curiosity?
Mushroom?
Mushroom.
Mushroom, but it was maybe once a man.
A magic mushroom, yeah.
Magic man made into a magic mushroom.
I do not think any of you are really allaying any suspicions or doubts.
It's fine.
Trust us.
Please, we've never led you astray thus far. I promise, it's not bad.
This is also coming from the group that allowed him to stay camped out in a cave for
Yeah, but he didn't
month.
die.
busy.
Did he die though?
He almost died.
He almost died.
But he
Yeah.
did. Healers adjust. I can't help it. It's not my problem. I was on my clock spot. It's not
Fine,
my
I'll
fault that Shay
adjust.
wasn't.
Fine, I'll adjust.
Listen, Shane knows better. You're supposed to be on your clock spots when the second light goes off.
Yeah.
I-
Shane's our friend.
Ignatius
He likes
actually-
us.
Ignatius actually does have proficiency in medicine, so he'd probably be able to explain, at least on a basic level. It was found from a piece of mushroom, a clipping that has extreme regenerative properties. There are some potential short-term side effects, but no long-term ones.
That's what we just said.
Well,
That's what we
All
just
medication, just some form of poison. There's always going to be side effects with it.
done. Magic mushroom soup that will make him better and might have side effects that will go away. It's the same thing.
As soon as the regeneration is over, I believe within the next few days after that, any symptoms should diminish, and we also have magical capabilities to purge any lingering effects from the system, should it be necessary.
Look, I just need to make it clear to you all. Next time you got a doctor you're working with and you're giving them some kind of mysterious medication, you really should cover the "we took this from a mushroom man" thing before you let them give it to someone.
But then would you have let him drink it?
I would have had more questions, and then yes, I would have let him drink it. But
But then you would
now
have been-
I feel like I poisoned a man.
You did
You
not.
did
No,
not-
you're
no,
fine.
no,
You did the
no.
opposite.
We've
Oh,
experienced the healing of the mushroom ourselves on a smaller scale.
You realize how that sounds, right? You realize how that sounds.
We've joined a cult, Shay, and we love our mushroom, and we're so glad you decided to inundate Adam into it. Please have a sip.
I'm gonna be honest, Shay. You're in a world filled with magic, like. sometimes
Surely this
things-
isn't the craziest thing you've ever seen. Sure.
No, this is not the craziest thing.
That's
And
what
yes, I live in a world with magic, but also I live on a continent with a forest-sized mushroom.
I
Yeah.
know. That's
Yeah, that's
where
where we
I'm
got it.
from.
Yeah, the forest-sized mushroom that's trying to kill people. You
Not that
understand
one,
the
not that
concern,
one.
right?
It's a different one.
mushroom.
Oh,
It's a
right,
different
right,
one.
right.
It's there.
Actually,
It's a different one. He's cool.
I will say another historical thing. It was the mid 20th century when mercury stopped being seen as medication, but early 20th century when people started to discern the negative side effects. So that would be a proper example.
Look,
As
all
in
I'm
saying,
saying is you promised
it
you'd be
is-
cool.
It-
You're not
it
being
is-
cool.
You promised you'd be
poison.
cool.
It is a poison, but much like mercury, it in this dosage it will not be lethal or have significant long-term effects.
As you all are bickering with Shay about this and the ethics of giving a man this kind of
The poison-
medicine,
The poison of
Um,
Adam's poison.
the most perceptive, it's a tie between Darius and
yes.
okay.
We both
Um,
have 20s.
Fizzy and Darius, you two will both notice that Adam begins to seize on the table. He starts to go into a seizure.
Okay. Well,
Technically, when someone is in a seizure, you're not supposed to touch them so they don't, like, injure themselves.
Yes, I know we're not supposed to do that, but we're gonna make sure he doesn't fall off the table first.
I'll bite his tongue off.
He'll be fine.
I'll bite his tongue off. I've heard
Oh,
that
if he
can
does
happen.
that, it will simply regenerate
You're so
with the rest
chatty.
of him.
You have a lot to say right now, don't you?
This is.
Shay will start to hold him still to make sure Adam does not fall off of the table itself. And you will see that his eyes have started to roll back behind his head. And then you will note that there is a sound almost like, the best way to describe it is like a tooth being pulled is the best way of describing it. And you will see that from the stump where his arm was, something starts to protrude out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I hope he gets like mushroom limbs. That'd be sick as fuck.
No.
That'd be sick as hell.
And
Isn't
yeah,
that Go ahead, Connor.
yeah, and you will see that as it starts to grow out, it starts to go down in loosely like the shape of where an arm would be. It looks almost like the nerves are being remade in this bright blue colored material. You don't know what it is. And then you see the same starts to happen with the leg that was burned off as well.
Okay, but if we make him a mushroom, that's bad, actually.
I think he's gonna be fine, but his
He's gonna
blood
be a
might
Smurf.
blue.
But
Now.
I think that having like a mycelium sort of prosthetic arm would be the coolest thing.
Okay,
It also probably would
That's
be better
great.
than not having the
Yeah,
limb
would
at
you rather?
all.
You guys are
Having
thinking
been
about
burned off.
the implications of my sister having a mushroom brain is not like great to me, actually.
But it would still
said it was-
work.
He said it was temporary.
Her brain would only be a mushroom for a little while. Then it would go back to being a brain.
Probably.
And it's not even it's not the bad mushrooms. It's the good ones. It's the
I'm
good
sorry.
mushroom.
I'm sorry, but I have this mental image of like Mizzy,
He's like, what have I
Mizzy,
done?
and like, this is your brain. This is your brain on shrooms.
I'm just picturing Shay in the background watching
See,
us
this is
like
me.
kind of
I
start
want-
to panic, and then she's like,
They
"What
really did
you
not
make
know what
me
they did.
My whole thing is like personally, I'm regretting because I wanted to do at the time and I didn't. Was I wanted to do an insight check on this guy on Dose, and I did it, and I'm
I don't know,
like,
it just seems cool.
I trust him.
Nothing to
I
lie
like him.
about.
I just
He
think
literally-
it's-
He literally asked us to kill him, and I'm like, yeah, all right,
Well,
I get
the-
that.
Alright.
The reason I didn't even think about it is because like Mizzy herself was like pointing us to him, so
She said, "This guy, my best friend."
yeah.
Honestly.
Adam's body will stop seizing at a point in time when there's like loose fibers of something like a bluish colored muscle starting to grow around this nerve that has started to grow out. And at this point, Shay's going to look up at all of you and go, "Yeah,
What?
It works.
Yeah.
It's working.
It's working.
yeah."
It's working.
Christian! Calm down.
It's a little touch and go, but it worked out.
This is not how medicine works. This is not medicine where you go, "Yep, it's working."
I mean, it looks like it's working. to
I will
me.
point
We really didn't have time for clinical trials, Shay.
There are no
sorry.
blue nerves in your body.
They won't be blue forever, I'm sure.
It's fine.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't see the problem here.
I think it's a really
Pretty
cute
cool.
characteristic for someone to have.
You can have blue arms. That's awesome. I wish I had a blue leg. Whoa.
Hey Connor,
Oh,
can
yeah?
I roll a
Oh, you-
insight check on
You
Shay?
want a blue leg?
I don't think you need to roll an
I've got a
insight
bone
check
saw
on
right
me.
here. I could give you a blue leg. Let's go have a chat with your mushroom friend.
Alright, thank you though.
Okay.
Ignatius is just off to the side writing down notes.
Hey, how's Shay feeling right now, Connor? That's a 24.
He's so pissed. Look at what you've done to his patient.
He's so mad.
Just tell him that this medicine would be expired in a day. That's the reason.
You said be cool. We said be cool.
We opened with be cool specifically so that you would not get angry. Seems like
Connor,
it's working.
seeing all of this, Darius is going to inch towards the door to try to get out of the room.
Look, it should work. It just might have some side
I feel like
effects.
we're in trouble. I don't like this. I haven't felt like this since I left home. I feel like we're about to be grounded.
I'm gonna go find my sister. I'm
This
so
is my
sorry.
patient.
And I'm walking out.
What do you mean you're doing this to your sister?
Shay,
He can't. I'll beat him up.
See, run. We got him.
to be fair, my sister was brain dead. So
Yeah,
like,
she
we
got
didn't
lobotomized.
You all are too okay with this. Look,
We're not okay
this
with
is
it.
what's
We'll actually
happened.
go insane, Shay.
Fizzy, I'm assuming you've already gone, Fizzy.
No, Fizzy, no. What he says that you're doing this to your sister, she's literally like, look, I get it, okay? I understand. It's weird. It's bizarre. But that is all I know is weird and bizarre.
This is dangerous.
Everything is
He's dying.
I live
Dude.
in a world where mushrooms are trying to take over my home. Do you not think I know what dangerous is?
You're
Shay,
going to let this be in her brain.
Shay, listen. I died before. This is not the worst thing to happen to anyone we know.
I'm going to let it be in her brain, and then what happens? And if I don't, she continues to be brain dead.
There are better options than this.
Are there?
Yes, there is magic. There's actual magic that doesn't
Do you have
that.
it?
No, but someone else could. You could.
I can't. Actually, I can't. Our other option is a dragon that is very demanding, and we do not have the funds for it.
And to be fair, her brother also said she's kind of like a little. It's not really like the best option.
Yes,
She's
and
an angry.
I believe it was one of her children that did this to Adam in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't actually.
No,
it was
the
one of the
chromatic
children.
dragon.
Yeah, the chromatic dragon is responsible for the Wayspring of Regeneration. It is the metallic dragon that.
Then
Ah.
one of her nephews.
That makes it better.
Okay. I understand that it's very strange. There are side effects. They are temporary. Can I run a post? I guess a post like if I should have been trusting Dose. Insight.
Sure.
Like on what I like.
Can I assist by telling
I
Fizzy
rolled a
every?
16. I rolled a 16
Okay.
on the die. I'm good.
I was gonna say by
So it's a
telling her
20
every
20.
detail of the interaction because I remember it all.
It's a 26.
So Dose certainly knows it can fix people. He certainly knew that. But he doesn't necessarily know where the side effects would come into play and what the side effects would be and how bad they would be.
We knew that going into this. This is not that shocking for us.
Like I said, was it option?
Yeah, but we gave it to Adam without. Now I feel bad.
It's
I don't
okay.
know.
I think
He was
Adam will
dying.
be fine. He was literally dying in pain,
Like-
skin melting off.
Like
Like-
if you're so like here's the thing. Out of character, I understand the hesitation for Mizzy because Mizzy's issue is her brain. Her brain got physically damaged, and the brain is very complicated of an organ. But like Adam's issues were flesh and bone. That was all of it. Like his skin peeled off, he lost 2 limbs. That is something that I fully believed like the mushroom could just regenerate. If you if you're having doubts now that like we're seeing this happen and Shay is yelling at us, probably rightfully so, then we can wait on Mizzy. Mizzy is in a very, very stable condition. She's going to be able to eat and drink. We'll just have to take care of her for a little bit until you can cast regeneration. So that's where I'm at.
And
Whether we use it
Yeah.
on Mizzy or not is totally up to you. This is Fizzy's sister.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Yeah, it's like if it weren't brain stuff, then I think maybe. But it's like brain
Mhm.
stuff, so that kind of terrifies me.
can I do a medicine check while all this is going on? Just seeing if the mushroom is affecting any part of the formerly healthy body.
Sure.
Ah, that's it. I've rolled like 3 times this session and they've been 4 or under on all of them.
I hate making choices, guys.
Too bad.
I hate
Oh,
it so
no.
much. We lost Joe. I hate it so much because like
Well, we did what was best. with what we had available to us.
Right.
If it
There's
becomes a problem, there are ways to remove it from a system, and the limb can still be
Does
removed
Greater
and
Resto
regenerated
remove it?
later.
Out of curiosity, does Greater Resto remove the mushroom like effect?
Yeah.
Is that
I would
Yeah.
assume.
It's also technically a poison, so my lay on hands would remove it.
because I have Greater Resto and I have it like up. Like I have I can use it.
But we'll
But
have
Also,
would
to
it
wait.
stop?
I just want to point out, I did very much intentionally do this. Where this was a cure all that is intended to be kind of scary. This is on purpose. Just need to say it.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
my question is if
Yep.
I use it on Mizzy,
Yep.
and then I use Greater Resto
Yeah.
after, would the side effects be gone?
The side effects, not without also stopping the actual
After
effects.
it's done.
Oh, after it is done,
Yes.
maybe it depends on what the fix is. And right now, you're seeing Adam, and you know what is happening with you're seeing what's happening with Adam right now. Ignatius isn't too sure what exactly this is.
Can I check Adam?
Yeah, you can do a medicine check.
I also know that
I'm rolling
It's-
disgustingly well, except for the one bad roll I had earlier. I rolled a 28.
28
you're rolling well because you have the better modifiers.
That's
is also true. So it's regeneration in a way. It is not the same as knitting. I meant to say knitting, and I just totally mixed it up. Knitting flesh and stitching skin. It is remaking something that is no longer there. In the case of Adam, what you are looking at that is growing out of his body right now is, in essence, a large sprout of mushroom. It is that is fungal growth that is replacing a section of his body. It looks like it would slowly get replaced with the rest of his body, and it would start to grow back over it and be normal. Do you think maybe the worst side effect would be that his arm would be tinted slightly blue? It would glow a little bit. But
The inside of Busy's brain glowing a little bit is very funny, actually.
yes, with that
He
said,
has an idea.
you do think that if you were to just hard stop this early,
Yeah.
that growth is going to stop,
Yeah.
which
that,
means
that I'm not
the
gonna stop.
the regeneration is done.
I'm not stopping that.
So, unfortunately, the side effect and the benefit, they're one and the same.
Right.
Yes. But more importantly, it stabilizes him without injuring the rest of his body.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't like having a slightly blue arm at some point, when Fizzy is capable of
You could just get the hedge
regenerating,
clippers.
he could just cut it off and
Okay.
regrow it.
So
It's
here's
not-
my...
That means like part mushroom then,
Yep.
technically? Well, isn't
That's-
that mean that his dad have a harder time trying to find him?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Here's my thought process, right? I worry because a brain is a more complicated thing than an arm.
Hmm.
So, if it makes her, I don't know if it would change her personality. Is what my worry.
So
Do I
I
think
would
that-
say, out of character, I won't do anything that severe.
I mean, unlike the arm, the brain's not missing, it's
Would
just
her hair
injured.
just come in a different color? I feel like her hair would just come in a different
I-
color.
I already know what's going to happen. You'll have to wait to see.
Oh, Connor.
I regret to inform you, your hair does not grow from your brain.
Shut up.
I found out.
understand-
Mine does.
I know this.
That's the problem. You may want to seek help on that.
I know this.
I mean, you
Got my
teach
head
him
up
as
and my
well.
hair's growing straight out of the
My
jeep.
okay, Connor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you this. I rolled a pretty high medicine check.
Yeah.
Do I think it would whatever side effects it would happen would only be visual? Or would it be...
Visual, there's probably going to be some effects memory wise. Maybe she'll lose a few spots, maybe she'll be a little off for a bit, but as she heals more, it'll be better.
Okay.
It's like any kind of serious surgery. Initially, you're not going to be 100%, and then you'll slowly become better.
That's fine.
Has anyone known anybody that actually had a brain surgery?
That shit's
Yeah,
hard.
you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, really?
My mom had a brain aneurysm, dog.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
I
shit,
forgot
damn.
about
And
that.
had her skull cut open. And has a
Yeah, and you have to
scar.
you have to like relearn things, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's the first few days after are really strange.
Yeah.
Because it's like talking to a different person. But then
Yeah,
it kind of comes back.
Yeah, you're
gotta
you're
recover.
effectively glitching is the best way of putting it. The programming has been screwed with. Not everything is correct right away.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like a muscle. You have to work it until it comes back to how it usually was. Like,
I've had that with a cognitive functioning disorder.
I think
Lose bounds, lose the ability to speak, to swallow properly, all that stuff.
I think with all that knowledge, I think knowing full well it is not going to be, obviously, she's not going to be 100% immediately, which is fine. I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
I feel we
Over
should
10.
inform your siblings of the potential
Yeah, I am.
outcomes.
You know, she would do that. Anything. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the other three before I decide. I don't think it's fair to just have it unilaterally in my hands. That seems.
Yeah, you can also talk to your mother through the mirror if you want.
No, we're not telling mom about this. We decided that already.
This is much like any time a sibling gets injured amongst other siblings, you don't tell mom.
You fix it
Yeah.
first, and then maybe tell mom.
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
you're fine. Don't tell mom. You're fine. It's okay. We're not
You-
gonna tell mom. I'm gonna fix it.
You unlocked a core memory of the sole time my brother got a DUI.
Oh,
And he
shit.
was in like the northern part of the state, so he had to get like a 2-hour taxi ride back home. Have me go with him back there so I could drive the car back because the cop wasn't going to let him drive.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, you do not tell the parents. Oh no. Absolutely the fuck not. So I'm going to the other three siblings. Which I'm
Okay.
assuming they're here in the tower because I would assume that we brought.
Yes. Yeah, they are in the tower currently.
Okay. So I'm gonna go find them.
You will see your siblings. It's Krego, Zunmin, and Zolna. That's it. They are all basically in various states of lounging around and waiting. And they're all going to kind of look over at you. And Krego's going to speak up and go, "So what's the plan?"
So she's gonna hold the bottle, like the mushroom bottle, and she's gonna say, "So, okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but then our lives are very strange. So, like, maybe not that weird. I met a mushroom named Dose, which, if you remember, there was the thing that said the dose, that A, can help with home, with all that, and B, it can possibly cure misery. The problem is, when she gets cured, it's going to take a while for her to get healed, and she could be a little different. Or we could wait until I have the ability to regenerate, which I don't know when that will be. I have to get more powerful to do that, and I don't know how long that's going to take me. And I don't know if that will even happen. I'm aiming for that, but...
Look, I'd say go with it. If she's gonna be able to be okay, and even if she's a little off, we can work on that. Worst case scenario, you get strong enough to do a regeneration and you fix her after it. But either way, I think you should go with it right now.
Yeah.
And the other two are gonna kind of like basically nod along.
That's what I was thinking. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to tell you guys. I didn't want to do it without telling you.
Yeah, you didn't want to spring it on us. I get it. I'd say go with it. It's our best option. And this is Zolna speaking, of course. Or is it Zunmin? Which one's the non-binary?
That's
Zoom
Zoomin.
Zunmin. My
Yeah.
mistake.
Zona is the ballerina.
Lita. Yeah, it's Lady. I'd say go with it. It might be your best option right now. Drago's right.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going. Apparently, this dose can help us with home. I don't know how, but he says he can. And weirdly, I trust him.
I'll see it when I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? It's a lot. That's a hard pill to swallow.
I get it. It is very, yeah. Well, I think. Where is she?
Just kind of sitting around, really. Just kind of popped her down.
Let's just do this now then. And I'm gonna give her the tincture.
Okay.
Make sure she's in a, like,
Obvious.
comfortable, padded.
I am the medicine. I am the healer, and I am no medicine.
I am the medicine.
I am the medicine.
I am the medicine.
No doses, actually. So, dose is the medicine.
Dose is the medicine. It's fair.
He's the medicine.
You will basically sit her down. Krago and Zamin are going to basically be on either side of her, and kind of like holding her by the arms, effectively.
I will say, if anything like what I just witnessed, she might, for a bit.
And you will feed her the medicine, effectively.
I will.
You will kind of sit there for a moment and watch, and you will see that as this is happening, her eyes are kind of starting to flick all over, much in the same way that someone who is fast asleep, how their eyes will kind of dart around. And you'll see that she does kind of like twitch a little bit. It's not as aggressive as it was with Adam, but you do see that she is still physically reacting to this in some way. And there is even a slightly unnerving moment where you see that her eyes, like, she starts to actually have like this trickle of kind of like bluish glowing fluid start to come from the corners of her eyes. And that is more than a little bit unnerving in the moment that you are seeing it. And you will see that she will kind of slump a little bit, and her eyes seem to be kind of staring off into a middle distance, and they almost seem like they are starting to glow a little bit, like they're backlit is the best way of describing it. And then she'll kind of slump over fully, and it seems like she is out. She's unconscious.
So it'll take a couple days, so just put her in a bed, watch over her, let me know if anything happens. Use the mirror. If you have to, go to the cart, use the mirror. You know the whole process. There's a chest. There's a chest. You go through the chest, use the mirror, and call us if we're not around.
Yeah, there was nothing in it. Why wasn't there anything inside the chest?
It's... At some point, I'm gonna have to tell you everything that we've been doing, because it's a lot. It's
I
so
like that
much.
this sneaky little shit looked in our chest hoping to find shit.
Yeah,
Why wasn't there anything in it?
yeah. She's.
Why were you at the sacrilege?
Girl, what were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament?
Come on!
But that's for later. Yeah, there's nothing in it. Because we don't need to have anything in it. Because I know you like to steal things.
No, I don't steal things.
She just takes without asking.
People
Do what you
give
got.
them to.
I'm gonna use my 16. So it's a 26.
You use your oracle die to tell.
That's such a sibling thing to do, I will point out.
That's a natural one. I mean, she doesn't steal technically. It was very much a live omission. She technically does
we
take
know.
things.
We know. You like to take things without asking. You like to trick people into having you to give you things. I know what you do. It's not bad. Kaz does it too. But Kaz does it different. Kaz
it is
Kaz
bad.
actually just steals.
It's not good.
It's fine.
Kaz's stealing is controlled at the moment.
Kaz has a legitimate problem.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and we have it controlled because we do so much looting, she doesn't feel the need to steal from normal people.
I will
thought
point
that
out,
was
sometimes
normal.
people deserve to have their things stolen.
Oh, sweetie, no.
I've
You have
learned that.
kleptomania. That's a mental disorder.
I know
I want to
that.
point something out. Last campaign, there was a prank war between a player and an NPC. In this campaign, there could be a kleptomania war. Just
Well,
taking
they just-
trinkets back and forth
They just do
with
things.
one another.
Either way, some people, as it turns out, some people deserve to have their things stolen. However, not us.
Some people, but not us.
We are in fact trying to do things. We are in fact trying to make sure that we can still live on this world. So maybe don't steal from us. There's a lot more than you realize going on, and it's not just home. Things are very bad.
Yeah, it's rough.
No. Yeah, it's rough. Correct. What are you doing, Connor? You have the face of you're doing something.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting ready to order food.
Oh, never mind. I can't say more than that, but just don't steal from us. If you need something, just ask. We'll give you it. Hopefully, if we have it. You can steal from other people, though. I don't care.
Okay.
Just not from us. Thanks.
And well, Mizzy will be set aside into a room to rest this out. Adam
Not
is
stored.
Yep, not stored. I used the wrong term. Adam is still not in a great shape, though he does appear to be improving. But we will be leaving it off there as you guys, well, you found the dose, and now you may have found a way to do away with the Rostopska.
But
We
not.
need to get to the source.
Yeah, we gotta get to the source first.
Yes, that you do. But we'll be leaving off there. We'll pick this up next week. If you had fun, if you enjoyed this, please pass the word around and tell your friends. We stream regularly not Mondays, sorry. Wednesdays, Fridays, and
Wednesday.
Saturdays. Shut your fucking mouth.
Houston
Okay.
Mondays.
If you enjoyed, pass the word around, tell your friends. But we're gonna go now. We're gonna order some food and
Yes.
say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
I stream.
Bye, stream.
Wave.